thanks for what you do with your podcast and all the rest. You're doing a great job. Hope everybody keeps tuning in. You get a lot of good info, a lot of insights, understandings of how to get strong, how to stay strong, how to use your strength.
You do a great job, dude. You make things better than they are in real life, I think.
If you don't follow Massenomics, y'all do it. Social media, website, everything.
Massenomics.
Welcome back, everyone, for episode 289 of the Massenomics podcast.
And we're back.
Round 2. Seems like we haven't done this for a long time, doesn't it? Seems like it's been a really long time.
Oh, boy.
So this is episode 289 of the Massenomics podcast, the lifting podcast about nothing. My name's Tanner.
And my name's Tommy.
My name's Johnathan.
So for anyone watching this for the first time, if you're watching on YouTube or you suppose you just listened to Johnathan say that, big surprise, we've got a guest live in the studio with us. We're not calling anyone this week. We got Johnathan to fly all the way from Alabama just to record this podcast.
And he's leaving in an hour, so it's a really quick business trip.
Yeah. No, we got some other things to talk about. Do we need to hit him with an ad?
We're gonna hit an ad right away. This episode is brought to you by The Strength Co. Grant Brogy was born in the late 80s, nearly 2 decades after Buddy Caps began lifting. In the late 90s, Grant's brother Jordan bought him the new encyclopedia of modern bodybuilding by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Grant's love for weightlifting began. In 2001, Grant joined the local YMCA and began training with weights. In 2009, Grant discovered the book Starting Strength, and in 2012, as a lieutenant in the Marine Corps, he began teaching Marines this method. In 2017, Grant opened his first gym in Costa Mesa, California, and the Strength Co. was born. In 2020, during a major iron shortage, Grant sought to bring back quality manufacturing of Olympic barbell plates to America. His innovation, adaptation, and can-do attitude brought about the greatest plates made in decades. The plates were accurate, anti-fragile, and instantly became the go-to plates for hundreds of lifters at the Massenomics gym.
So full disclosure, we did forget to read the Strength Co ad last week, but in our defense, we've now read it twice this week. You all won't hear it two times.
Can I have a beverage first here before?
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta get relaxed. So
yeah, I feel like we need.
You should present that to Tommy as well.
Do we got lots of stuff?
Oh yeah, we also have something else.
So do we got okay?
Oh.
We have meat and beer in this.
I forgot the other thing that goes with that in the car, though. Yeah, bust that out.
I bought crackers.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to go grab some?
Yeah, do you have
I'll go
any?
grab some crackers in a minute here.
Okay. I brought this is a Western Northeast South Dakota delicacy that we're gonna have Johnathan try on air.
Yeah. So hand me a beverage, Johnathan.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go with something? Y'all have had these before, or do you want to try something new?
I do like those.
I mean, that's a good starting point. Let's get there. So, full disclosure for anyone that's not in the Discord right now. We started this episode and probably got 10 minutes in, and I look down and I go, oh, we're not recording right now. So this is all round 2.
Yeah,
we talked about my whole entrance into South Dakota.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that.
So great about Grant.
We got practice this time. We're going to be hopefully sounding really good.
So we were talking about the Strength Co plates, which you do have some yourself, and they are go-to plates for you as well. Like
I actually have 600 pounds worth of Strength Co plates.
I didn't realize you had that many.
Yeah, sorry to brag.
Yeah,
wow.
You may have more 100-pound Strength Co plates than anyone. I wonder if that could be a Strength.
How many 100-pound plates do you have?
6.
Oh, you have all 100-pound. Oh.
Yeah. I carried each one individually into my house during a thunderstorm to see what they were, and they were all 6. There were 6 100-pound plates.
You know what's funny too? In the gym, a 100-pound plate is still heavy in the gym. You notice it, but when you're like not in the gym and you're just moving them around your house and stuff, it's like holy shit!
It shook my whole house.
The time that really became real for me, and I think we talked about this a long time ago. Tanner, I picked up a bar for you from a guy in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
And it was a rogue bar, and in my head I was like, there is no way this bar is 45-pound bar. Like this cannot be a 45-pound bar. It is way too heavy. But that's how it goes when you're not in the gym.
And we're drinking a.
This is Cahaba Blonde. It's a brewery. It's just a couple of minutes down from my house.
This is a good brewski. Well, for anyone that doesn't know, you have been on the podcast before. What episode did you say that was?
205.
205. So you could go back and check that out to maybe get your introduction to Big Johnathan if you haven't already. But you're from Birmingham,
Alabama.
Yeah,
born and raised.
And Did you have something else for Tommy there too?
Yeah,
I kind of wanted
Oh.
to see his presentation of that.
Super lovely, nice Birmingham, Alabama magnet.
I got one
Awesome.
too. So
That's kind of like my wife and I, our cheesy thing.
my wife.
When we go on vacation, we just get a magnet, you know.
Yeah,
Instead of
yeah.
buying all types
I
of
knew that. That's why I
souvenirs.
got it for you.
You just know everything, Jonathan.
I'm so thoughtful.
Well, thank you. It's going to look great on my fridge with my other magnets. It'll fit right in.
Perfect.
So good.
Little
Okay.
taste of Birmingham right here in South Dakota.
Little bit of Birmingham.
You can paint me a Birmingham.
Thank you, Birmingham.
Should we,
I actually painted that magnet.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what they
skills-
meant by
your
paint me a
skills.
Birmingham.
Should we run through Jonathan's entrance, his grand entrance into Western Northeast South
Again?
I
Dakota?
think so. Yeah,
No, this is the first time. This is the first
we've
time.
never done this.
You mean
before.
we lived it once and now we
That's
get to
right,
tell him?
that's
Is that
right.
what you're
Yeah. So it's just not long ago. It was your flight landed about 2.5 hours ago. So take it from what your experience on your end of the flight or flight landing.
So I ran through the beautiful Minneapolis airport and got on the tiniest plane I've ever been on to come to Aberdeen. They,
2x2, like 30 rows long. Usually, is that about what's
yeah,
there?
right in that area.
they shoved me next to the other biggest guy on the plane. So the guy what was it, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy next to me went to put his bag up above Luke and doused him in water. He had a water bottle open in his
Awesome.
bag.
Yeah.
Luke handled it like
That's
a
an
champ. He
easy
was
way
so
to make
nice.
friends on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's a great
Yeah, he handled
icebreaker.
it. He handled
let me
it
dump
really
some
well.
liquid that you're not going to be sure what it even is.
He had no idea. That was what he was freaking out
Yeah,
about first.
yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, it's just water. We're good." But yeah, he handled it well. But so yeah, when I got here, came off the plane. It's not a big airport, obviously. It was probably
It's about the size of a lot of houses, actually.
yeah. There's about 30 people probably in the baggage claim area, and there was one distinct guy wearing a Massenomics shirt, holding a giant poster of my baby photo that said, "Welcome to Western Northeast South Dakota, Johnathan Oldham."
Yeah, yeah.
So you
that
ran
was-
right by that guy, right?
Yeah.
This is not for me.
Must be a different guy.
Like this, Jonathan Oldham?
So they're like, I can imagine how everybody felt. What's
And you
going
didn't know
on.
who the guy was. It wasn't
No,
me or
not at
Tommy.
all, not at all. And I kind of felt bad. I was like, should I know him? Like,
He
I gave
apparently
him a
knows
hug. I was
me.
like, this is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
His name was Eve. Super nice guy. Yeah, we waited on my bags. He helped me carry my bag out. And as he was wheeling it out, I was trying to take a photo of him, like to send. I was like, this nice guy is carrying my bag out for me. And we go out. He just told me that y'all were running behind. He was like, they'll meet us here in just a minute. And so the first thing I noticed when we walk out is there's this massive limousine in the line for pickup. And Eve's, strolling past it. And next thing I know, Tommy's beautiful mane comes flowing out and all the smoke with the Massenomics emblem shining on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Home Alabama blaring through the speakers and shaking the airport.
We didn't want there to be any confusion about what vehicle you're supposed to enter.
No, they knew.
And then we proceeded to drive around Aberdeen for half an hour, 45 minutes, and see all the most important sites. that
Sip
town
some
has to
brewskis,
offer.
taking the sights and sounds of the
Yeah.
big city. That was to show Jonathan what a big city's life
Yeah.
was all about. around here.
It's actually a really cool town.
Well, you're just saying that. You've only seen it in the
I
dark.
mean, we didn't stop anywhere. We got to flaunt ourselves.
And then did we talk about Taco John's or?
I don't think we've talked about Taco John's
Not on
second
this
time
one.
yet.
No,
Okay,
not
so-
yet.
So then before we came over here, we
Well,
We
but
didn't drive
skip-
the limo through it. But
Jonathan did
We
get to
should
see
have.
the fulfillment center, the Massenomics
yes,
fulfillment center.
in my basement, the fulfillment center. Now we're
Just
checking
hundreds
out,
of employees working around the
just
clock.
diligently,
and I
like,
don't think, I
sewing
think-
lift shorts together and
Mostly kids under the age of 10.
yes. And then we got to see the basement podcast studio here. We haven't got to see the basement gym yet.
Yeah,
But that'll be
and
tomorrow.
The Discord's heard it twice, but
Yeah.
I will tell everyone else that y'all's money is being put to good use. Tanner and Tommy both have immaculate homes. You think Nick from Live Large with his
Well,
McLarens?
we don't have McLarens yet, so
No.
They have 2 McLarens each.
we do have a Massenomics trailer.
We own
though, so that's
3 pizza places.
3. Yeah.
We own Taco John's.
Ooh.
Taco John, that's
Yeah,
you know,
okay. I don't.
is that-
Well, yeah. So we didn't take the limo through Taco John. That would have been really cool. We should have done that.
Yeah. And we've talked about Taco John's on the podcast before on several occasions, I believe.
I've never had it. It's not a thing in the South.
Yeah.
We have Taco Bell, but
Yeah, it's kind of an upper Midwest delicacy.
which this
around
is
here.
much better than Taco Bell. Much better.
It's a little more hearty, probably.
Yeah, there's a lot more
Their kitchen,
filler. In
their
this.
kitchen isn't as creative. I'll give them that.
Yeah, Taco Bell tastes good, but it's always questionable about what it even is that you're really
and
having.
how it might sit. And all that.
yeah.
Yeah, and the only time you don't question it is when you're actually eating it when you're intoxicated.
That's usually
Which
when
is
you're eating it.
what it was made
exactly.
for. So you got your Taco John's. It was
did.
game changing. The
We
best food
did,
you've
yeah.
ever
We
eaten
did the
in your
Boss
entire life.
Burrito, which was something y'all said y'all hadn't had before.
No, I think that's a newer menu item, honestly.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of it. I kind of
Made for
actually
a
thought
boss.
I kind of actually thought you guys were making that up with the first time you told me that. So
No.
now I know.
Well, we kind of debated on it because he was like the meat and potato one is typically
That's kind
what-
of the classic. Yeah.
and then the Boss one was just like, you know how you do it when you're
Like,
powerlifting.
yo,
You're like
that's so
caloric,
boss.
you know, the
Yeah,
calories
right.
are like that one's got more calories to it. It's
Yeah.
got to be more filler.
You remember, Boss used to be so cool. Like, hey, those shoulder pads are
That's
so
really
boss. Office line there.
Jonathan's flip flops have.
Yeah, I was curious
fanny
what's
packs
going. I was
on
actually
them.
going to ask what's going on
This
with
is
those.
such a conversation starter.
They're Nikes too.
Oh, they are
huh?
Nikes,
Yeah.
huh?
They just have fanny packs on.
Wow.
They're just fanny pack slides. I don't show it to the camera. Maybe
Great for airport travel.
Have you ever
People
put
always
anything in them
ask.
before?
not well.
I suppose if you're on the beach, you could put your money in it or a card
So
or
at
something.
at weigh-ins for Showdown, I wore these in there, and John Hack
and
immediately
that's
like,
it.
yes, these slides are nothing else.
You want to be overdressed for the occasion.
Yeah, but John Hack like looked at him and he said, "What do you keep in that one? Your other egg?" And I was like, "My other egg," and he's like, "Yeah, because your egg goes in that one." And I was like, "What kind of comment is that?" I didn't know what to retaliate with, and I said, "Typically, I just fill them with nickels and use them as weapons if I have to whip someone."
That works too.
Yes.
But really, no, I've never really put anything in them.
You guys should scoot this way like 6 inches if you can without ripping every cord out of the
slide.
wall.
To the left.
headless.
Slide to the left.
We're going to get this podcast done and be like,
Crisscross.
I never saw that guy's face. It was off the camera the whole time.
We also didn't mention Tanner sitting in his casting office chair.
Ah, yes. You probably really can't even tell. I was just
It kind of looks like you are floating,
Yeah.
actually.
I feel like I need to have one of those booster seats that you
I am
or at
unfortunately.
least scoot me closer.
Unfortunately, I am covering up the logo behind us,
You
but
are.
you just have to imagine
Almost
what
a
that neon
deal
sign looks like
breaker,
behind
yeah.
us.
Oh, okay.
It's almost like angel wings or a Halloween costume.
You guys want to? All this stuff we're talking about is really making me think of something.
Well, while you're doing that, Tanner, I'm going to go grab some supplies for us quick.
Sounds good. And what it was making me think about, it's making me think about hybrid performance method. Hybrid performance method is your solution to strength. They have no BS training, nutrition, and education for the hybrid athlete. You get access to proven training programs that have delivered life-changing gains and podium finishes for thousands of people. Take your training and nutrition to the next level. Get a personalized nutrition plan plus a dedicated coach in your corner, helping you navigate your nutrition journey. Head into every workout and every day knowing that you will be challenged and end the day better than when you started. And who doesn't want to end the day better than you started? Am I right, Jonathan?
You're absolutely right.
So did you end today better than you started?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right. So visit hybridperformancemethod.com. You can follow them on all the social media places at Hybrid Performance Method. Most important thing to remember there, we've got a discount code with them. It's MASS. That'll save you 5% off of any of the nutrition, coaching, the training programs, or the hybrid training coach app that they've got out there. So MASS, 5%, Hybrid Performance Method. Thank you, Hybrid Performance Method. I've got to sneeze.
You're the best. Bless you.
I don't know if I've ever had to sneeze on the podcast before.
First for everything.
Must be allergic to Alabama.
I'm leaving.
Do we want to dip
Yes,
into this right
yes.
now before it
So
goes bad?
we've done what's in the can already a little bit here. Now we're going to do what's in the plastic.
Do I need to be blindfolded for
cup.
this? What?
I've
seen it now.
Yeah, you
yeah,
can
you've
see
seen
what
it.
it looks
So
like.
do you know what this is at all, Jonathan? Did Tanner give you a heads up?
No. Looks like raw meat and pepper.
You should close your eyes though, and I'll so you don't really see exactly what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna eat some too here.
You close your eyes.
I actually haven't
from
had
now
this
on,
in quite a
and
while.
I'll prepare you in the traditional.
Are you gonna hand feed it to me?
No, I'm gonna give it to put it in your hand, and you can take it from there if I can get it open.
Johnathan, Tanner's actually taking his clothes off right now. Jeez, that one
It
piece
really opened.
shattered in there.
We're not playing what's in my mouth.
Just wait, I'm preparing it still.
Okay.
Well,
You're trying to trick me by like eating crackers so I can hear it and I get something
Here,
different.
I'll put that in your hand. Like there you go.
Don't
There
let me
you go.
drop
There,
it.
that's how you got
yeah,
it.
Got
we're
it?
just eating crackers and we're feeding
Yeah, let
Johnathan
me get
something
that out of there.
entirely different. I've not had this in quite a while, Tanner.
It's a delicacy.
It's got to be raw meat, onions, and peppers.
If you guessed raw meat, onions, and peppers, you're pretty much right.
I think you are right. Oh, there's probably seasoning too.
Yeah, it's I guess it doesn't give us ingredients, but around here it's called tiger meat.
Oh,
Not from an actual tiger, it is beef, but
That's what it goes
Do you
by.
raw
wanna
beef,
go in
raw
for
tiger
more?
beef.
Give
Yeah,
me
this
a
is
sec.
interesting. I
Yeah.
don't know what you would.
Have you ever had this before or anything like it?
No,
Isn't it
it's
like-
it's what I would imagine. Like you're about to like cook tacos for the family, and then instead of cooking it, you just
You just eat it.
yeah.
Yeah. You're like, no, I'll just eat it now. I better have one more here. Just because it is damn good.
It is kind of weird though that's.
God,
Isn't it like
hard
beef
to not break
tartare
the-
or something?
Yeah,
Isn't that what
yeah.
this is?
Yes.
Tartare, however
Yes.
the hell you say that.
it is hard not to break the
Yeah, to get a
crackers.
clean scoop out.
Is this like the local colon cleanser?
I don't know. It's just kind of a popular thing for some reason around here. Like this is the kind of the signature, one of the signature dishes.
It's not bad.
What do you think?
Out
Out of 5 JD Power and Associates.
let's do. Do you have to go half? Like,
No, you don't have to.
Does it go straight from like a 3 to a 3.5?
Oh yeah, you can do that. You can.
Well, I
do
didn't know if
3.5.
it could like be like a 3.3. You know?
Oh,
If
we want
there's two-
tenths here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That seems a little stretch, huh?
Yeah, you
All
could,
right, then let's go. We'll do. I like the aftertaste. Let's 3.5. We'll do 3.5.
Okay.
3.5.
Okay.
Some people might have reservations about eating the raw meat.
Yeah, I'm curious how much you can actually eat before you get sick.
Oh, I've eaten quite a bit before.
Let's test those waters tonight.
I bet you could eat this whole tub.
You
And
think so?
yeah.
And is it ground hamburger or is it ground sirloin?
It's ground tiger, Tommy.
That's right. That's what the Tiger King was about, I think.
Round.
Okay, I'll do one more, then I'll call it here. But wow, Tanner, I'm kind of glad you showed up with this. It's been a hot minute.
All right. Well, y'all know me. I'm on to beer number 2.
Numero dos. Tommy, what are some of the things we're going to talk to Johnathan more about things that he specifically got going on, but we probably just have some general stuff that we got to talk about and that he can get.
We have
into
Massenomics
conversation
stuff
on.
to cover.
Our new drop hit. First of all, we should
yeah.
mention that.
We should not wait on that. So the new drop hit, and actually, Tanner, normally we'd be talking quite a bit about the items, but I don't know how much we want to talk about when the Discord's sitting right
That's
here. If we
true.
want to spill the beans for all of them.
I mean, it as we're recording, it comes out tomorrow. The Discord has gotten to see one of the items.
Yeah. So technically, they don't even have a 24-hour notice at this point.
Right.
It's less than that, but so I don't know how much we take.
That's true.
This is uncharted territory for us right now.
I think they're worthy, but but how many deep is that? Like how many?
Well, they know about the lift at T, so everyone
everyone knows the
about
lift at T.
Lift at T. Oops, I dropped a little on the floor. I think so.
And that is our kind of limited edition Halloween item. So who knows? Maybe those are gone. Maybe they're still there. Maybe not. Someone will know a week from now.
Well, I hate to brag about this one.
Well, that's not even in the drop. That's super exclusive,
That's right.
Jonathan.
That's
You're-
right.
you're in a league
I
of your
hate
own
to
with that
brag.
one.
This is a Massenomics gym member only.
The blue. And the Discord has been on this one with their investigative skills.
They've seen some
They
pictures
did.
and backgrounds.
They
and stuff
did
in
put
there.
together. They found
They sleuthed
Tanner.
through this
Did,
photo.
Tanner did put a picture of a box with blue T-shirts, and you could only see a few letters. Someone made a comment, I believe, that they thought it was the gym tee, and then someone zoomed in on one corner of the photo, and there was like a packing slip that said Massenomics gym tee.
Oh my gosh!
And so
wow.
they did put those ones together, but they're probably curious why it's never showed up. Well, It's a gym exclusive, gym member exclusive.
Also, by now, I think most of them have seen the new hats because we did showcase those at the Showdown meet. So we've got the
camo hats.
real tree camo
I was
hats.
impressed by the amount of comments that people like immediately. I guess people just immediately zoom into the booth and,
Yeah.
and scan what they don't have.
So the real, I'm guessing those are going to sell out almost immediately.
Yeah, because we didn't have a ton to begin with, and then we sold a bunch at
Now
the
that I think
Showdown.
about it, don't buy our hats.
But yeah, it's just it's a thing you can't have.
Right.
But yeah, people bought a bunch at the Showdown, and so now there's not even that many to go on sale tomorrow. We already locally have several people that wanted them badly.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine those will make it out of the day. Those will probably be gone. They
That
might not
new
even make it
camo
out of the
one-
hour.
That new camo one's my favorite.
Yeah.
I
It's
love-
a-
I
And,
love
it is
that
the
camo
season
hat.
right now.
Yeah, perfect
And
season
it's,
for it.
it's the real tree camo with the blaze orange. We got it in the varsity Massenomics look, and then of course the puffy lift.
So we have that, and we also have 2 other shirts, don't we, Tanner?
Yep.
And I don't know. I don't know if we want to.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk. There's 2 other shirts, so go check them out.
2 other shirts that probably went over just.
They're bangers.
They're just smash hits.
They
so
pop. Do you think they pop?
They
They
both-
definitely pop.
They both pop for
Yeah.
sure, which is kind of the number one
thing we
gauge,
look for.
you know,
is like,
gauge
does
of
it
a
pop?
successful shirt, and they do pop. So
Yeah.
that's all you need to know. They pop. 3 shirts, 2 hats. It's a good drop.
Yep. We dropped it on them.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Pop culture, guys. The
Pop culture, like
pop. Does it pop?
Yeah.
Squid Game is kind of the big thing right now. Have you guys watched Squid Game at all?
I have a couple episodes left.
You have a couple left, Tanner.
I've seen. I think I'm almost finished with the second episode.
Almost finished with the second. My wife and I finished it last night. And so what are they saying? Netflix's biggest show of all time already?
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's
Really?
what, it's already their. I think they said their next biggest show was it Bridgerton? I'd never watched it.
Never heard of her.
Bridger.
Does that count?
Never
Tiger
even met
King
her.
though? Was Tiger King not?
I apparently not. Oh, and this is I think because it's a worldwide thing. Like
Mr.
Okay.
Worldwide, like
Yeah.
Pitbull.
Mr. 305.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying it's already the biggest Netflix's biggest show of all time, which is pretty insane. One thing that you guys, so you've all watched the first episode, so you get the, they have when they're playing the game, they have like their jumpsuit on and their white
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
So they have white Vans slip-ons on in the show. Vans is saying that sales of all white Vans are up 7,800% since the show has started. Pretty
Wow.
insane, right? Like that's moving some Vans.
Yeah. I
And,
think you could sell a pair of white
Oh.
Vans right now.
and they've been making those things a long. Like, does it cost Vans more than $1 to make those things?
Is it right that when you throw a pair of Vans, they'll always land up?
I've never seen them not land up. Have you
Did you
seen
know
that,
that?
Jonathan?
They'll all,
I
it's
would
like,
think.
they're like a-
Yeah.
When you take them, you take them and they bounce, and no matter what, they always go soul down.
Well, I brought several pairs. I'm not wearing them.
Well, it's a little.
we'll have to go
experiment.
home and try that.
I haven't tested it like super in depth, but I've
I
never
would
seen it
think.
not
I
work.
mean, maybe when they're new.
My
More
son's
so?
done it several times, and it always
yeah,
lands up.
Jack was
Really?
doing it that one day,
Yeah.
and they always go that way. That was kind of one of those viral things a few years ago, you know?
So with the Squid Game, how do you guys watch it? Do you watch it in?
Korean reading English subtitles.
So my dad, I didn't even realize that was a thing. My dad was like, we watched the whole thing with subtitles. He was like, I didn't even know there was like a English version. I mean, the mouths don't line up with it, obviously. But
Well,
yeah,
I
the
watch
whole-
everything in subtitles, so that's not even different to me. But I didn't even know that until I talked to your brother in the gym. I didn't know there was choices.
Oh.
because we just watched. I've been watching the dubbed.
Yep.
But
You were watching the dubbed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Where
were the
it- where they
subtitles on
speak-
too?
I watch everything with subtitles.
So it was dubbed and there were subtitles?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because we don't. There's nothing on our TV that doesn't have subtitles on it, so it's dubbed, but then still subtitles. But I don't understand the dubbing because they're speaking Korean, right?
Yeah. The actors.
But like a lot of times, it 90% matches up.
so
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
that was what
And
was
I'm
so
like,
strange.
I could
Korean
be
words
wrong.
are not that similar to English words.
This might
like,
take me back. This takes me back maybe to younger days when I was more into like anime and like kung fu type stuff. But I believe with dubbing, they try to change up the words too, so that the timing is more, so that the actor doesn't say the thing and then the person's mouth is still just going and going, because that takes you out of it. Like,
But
in a
but
hurry.
it's even like on some of them, it's so close that I'm like, How is that? Like,
And
it's
that's-
like you're saying it. It's just,
And
maybe
that's
just
funny too
barely
because my
off.
wife made the comment the other way.
My
like,
wife. I have to say it every time.
She made the comment the other way, like, wow, it takes a lot of words for them to say, like, the two things, like,
Right.
because it does go
Right.
both ways with that. But
So do you like they enjoy it better with that way?
I
do you
feel like
think?
you just got to do the real thing, right? Do the full thing,
Dad was.
I didn't know there was.
But if you didn't know
choices.
there's options,
Yeah.
then yeah, it
Yeah,
makes-
my dad said he like read the whole thing. I was like, I can't imagine doing that. That would take.
So
it
you
out
watch
for me.
it them speaking.
In English, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Yeah,
you're watching
it-
how I have
yeah,
it.
dubbed
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you just talking about that? Do you remember that movie Kung Pao?
Oh yeah, dude, we used to watch that movie so much.
I thought about it the other day watching Squid Games.
Was it Kung Pao?
Enter the Fist.
Yeah, Enter the Fist.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, it actually was not that long ago. Ryan was sending me. We were sending each other clips on YouTube of it because it's so stupid. Like
Yeah,
the show
it's
makes
so
no
dumb.
sense. Did you know what we're talking about, Tanner?
No.
Oh, it was a movie that probably like early 2000s, probably.
Yeah, I was young. Oh yeah,
It was
Is
a
it
guy-
anything like
little-
Kung Fu Panda?
No,
No,
it was
not
a
at
guy.
all.
He took like a probably like a 70s like kung fu movie.
authentic movie.
Yeah,
like
and
a-
then
just
he
dubbed
Kung Fu
over
movie.
it.
He
like
dubbed
what-
over it, and then they kind of green screened some different things in, and then he acted.
Was it funny?
Oh yeah, and it was supposed to be
Okay.
just totally dumb and funny,
Okay.
and it was pretty good. Like it was one of those
Yeah.
things. Like when you're in middle school, this is the
Yeah.
funniest
Yeah,
thing that's ever
it is very
existed.
like middle school humor.
Yeah.
It's the,
yeah. Jack would probably absolutely
Yeah,
love that.
okay.
absolutely love it.
But
That was
yeah,
probably
there's
the
just
age I saw
some
it.
really, really dumb things that don't make any sense. And then there are some other times where it's like, wow, you actually took these clips and made them fit in here in a funny way. So yeah, Kung Pao, people should definitely watch that if they haven't
Sure,
seen
if
that
you
one.
haven't.
So people are. It's funny. We like. There's people been in the Discord that they go back and listen through our back catalog. Like we've mentioned, not everyone started on episode 1 here. So there's people that are continuing to listen to the old ones. And we talk about these current references. So they're listening to these old episodes like, get to hear him analyze Tiger King or like Game of Thrones.
and
What's
Making
gonna-
a Murderer, I'm sure was in one too.
And it's funny because this, I assume Squid Game in like 3 months, people will be like, oh, what that old show.
At this point,
you
the
know?
whole world's watching
Right,
it. Like, what's
right.
the point? Yeah.
All right.
But we're a modern news podcast.
That's
you know?
right. This
Pop
is where
culture.
this is
Current
where you
events.
come for your most current events.
Overall, well, here's one other thing that is interesting though. There is even in the Korean version, and I don't know if it's because the guys have masks on, but a few characters, even in the Korean version, speak English. I don't know why, but they do it that way. Later on,
Maybe that's part of why.
later on, there are actually some American people in the show too that speak English. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, there's the VIPs.
Maybe. No, don't want to give too many spoilers away.
Yeah.
Here, though, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. I thought it was a fun show.
Yeah, I got super bummed. We ran several calls after midnight at the firehouse, and some of the guys stayed up the next morning and finished it without me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
you're-
I'm
were
still
you-
behind. So I was
Were
a
you
little
trying to
bummed
tell
on
the
that.
people on the calls, like, dude, I'm trying to have a social life here. Ease up.
Yeah, we got something to watch at the station.
So do you guys? Is that a regular thing that you guys all get to, like when you're there not on calls? You guys kind of hang out and watch the same stuff, and is that what the fireman life
Dude,
is like?
you know, I mean, we obviously have our stuff we do every
Right,
day,
right.
you know, and
But you're not working
but yeah,
24/7.
I mean,
Right.
when we get downtime in the afternoons, evenings, if we're not running calls, and yeah, I had watched an episode of that at home, and I just told the guys about it when we were eating lunch one day, and they were like, "We need to see this," and you know, it's one of those things you immediately get sucked into. It's a pretty good show to pull you in.
Like the first half of the first episode, I was like, why is everyone like this so much? Like, this is like it's really hard
"I'm
for
like
me to get
20
past
minutes
the
in.
dubbing.
Give me something
Yeah,
here."
I'm like, I can barely the dubbing was just throwing me off so hard that I'm like, oh boy, this must get good if everyone really likes it this much and they have to battle through
Maybe
this.
that's the dubbing mistake, Tanner.
That it might be.
The second show, or the second episode, was really slow. I mean, that was just a lot of like
that
filler,
was
story
to me
filler.
the slowest one of the entire
Yeah.
show. Yeah,
Yeah, that one. Once you get through it, just get through the second one.
but I have watched way slower shows, so
Yeah, for sure.
not too bad.
Like ones in half speed where they're like,
Do you guys ever do this? Someone told me this like a year ago, and I thought they were insane, and now I do it all the time. Do you guys ever go into YouTube, go to your settings, and change the YouTube to play at like 1.5 speed for YouTube videos?
Do you remember when I did that to y'all's podcast and I thought y'all had done something wrong?
oh, I do, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 1.25, and it was just
didn't
like
I even
everything was
say,
kind of
like,
squeaky and
did
quick.
Did I say Did you just figure it out?
You told me what I had done.
Yeah, I'm
but I
like,
didn't
yeah, check
realize
your
it.
timing.
Look
or
what
your-
you've
yeah,
done.
Well, I messaged him. I was like, I think y'all like messed up something with the podcast this week, and he had me go into my settings, and he was right.
Yeah.
So YouTube.
So
though.
yeah, I've done it.
No.
not
I've
to
never done
YouTube,
it. Just on
no, to
podcasts?
y'all. Yeah.
there's some YouTube channels where I want to know what they're saying, but it's a video that's over 15 minutes long.
Yeah. Ain't
And-
nobody got time for that.
I'll bump that video to a minute. I'll bump that video to 1.5 speed to plow through that.
That
thing.
is a neat little feature.
But for videos, it kind of can be a little overwhelming. You know, audio is one thing. I usually have my podcast player going a titch fast.
Yep.
But 1.5 on a video sometimes feels like you're pushing it. But
Jonathan, do you want to do something that really fulfills the entire Massenomics experience here?
Is that pop another beer?
That too, and also there's kind of a rite of passage. It's reading the Texas Power Bar ad.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. Like I almost practiced this in
it's
the
a
mirror.
history and a literacy test.
This is what you got to work with right here, and this is the Texas Power Bar ad as read by Johnathan Oldham. Ooh, and now I can have another piece of
you can dig
tiger
on
meat.
in uninterrupted.
Yeah, I can chew right into the microphone.
Okay.
It's a lot of pressure, so if you screw up,
If you'd stop,
But it is a big deal. So just
I won't mess this up for the sake of buddy caps.
yeah,
But if you do need us to jump in, though, we can,
we can
jump
help
in at
you.
any
Yeah.
time. Go ahead, though.
Don't let us interrupt you.
Today's show is brought to you by Texas Power Bars. Buddy Caps first started lifting weights in the late 60s and began powerlifting in the mid 70s. At the time, he was working for Image Barbell building gym equipment. Around 1976, a local machine shop started making Olympic bars for them, calling them the Image Bar. In 1977, Image Barbell became Champion Barbell. It was then that Buddy started looking at the bars with an intent of changing them for the better. In 1979, Buddy bought his first lathe to begin addressing the known issues. In 1980, his passion, drive, and purpose now had a greater mission. Buddy set out on his own to make what he believed was the greatest bar he had ever seen and trained with, and the Texas Power Bar was born. It was as strong as a house with the best knurling and was maintenance-free. Hundreds of state, national, international, bacon and barbells, and world powerlifting records have been set and continue to be set and broken on the Texas Power Bar. To learn more about Texas Power Bars and buy one of their legendary bars, visit texaspowerbars.com.
I
You
love
even
how
got,
you
you
threw
even got
in
the freestyle
thing.
part
Yeah.
right. That is the part where
Good
you can
luck
freestyle anything.
doing it better.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to be out of a job, Tommy.
Yeah.
Well, we can record that and just play that every week.
What's your favorite Texas bar? The Texas Power Bar, the Texas Deadlift Bar, or the Texas Squat Bar?
I love that squat bar.
Right.
It's like Velcro on your back. It is once you get some heavy weight on it, that thing leaves its mark on you for a solid several days.
It is strong as a house. It's got the best knurling.
does.
Best
Yeah,
knurling.
best
The best knurling.
And
Maintenance-free.
at least in my experience, it is virtually maintenance free.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you
Pass
got
them
there?
around.
Chill pills.
Yeah, this is
Take a chill pill is what
I don't know if I've ever had this one. This is
this drugs?
from my wife's hometown. Shout out to my babe of a wife, Morgan.
My wife.
My wife.
Oh, I guess I should.
Straight to ale. This is out of Huntsville.
Okay.
I don't know if I've had this one before, so
All right. Very cool. Well,
I'll test the JD Power.
hop into that one in a second here. Okay, Jonathan, we're almost at the part where we talk about you, but we're not quite there yet. You know why? We have a little more to discuss
What's that?
regarding other things in the weightlifting world that's happened.
USAPL or IPF Worlds came
Oh,
and went with
God,
them.
that did come and
But
go.
I honestly
didn't it?
don't know a whole lot.
I
you
couldn't.
know.
Former guest Jessica Bittner, she won
She
a
won.
title.
I was happy to see that.
Um,
I think Russell or he.
Yep,
won
he's not a
again.
former
No, actually,
guest. So
let's only speak of people that have
Future
come on
guests.
come on the show
I'm trying
so
to think.
far.
Do we have any other guests that have been? I guess I don't have the whole roster memorized. So
No, she might be the only one that really stuck out that we've had before that won.
yeah, probably. Well, we'll work on that. Number
Kudos
for
to
next
her
year.
at least.
Yeah, yeah, good job.
Congrats, you did it. We knew you could.
You're number one.
She really took that Massenomics podcast appearance and really springboarded it.
Massenomics effect is what they say.
Hashtag Massenomics effect.
She actually is number one. No, there was one other event that happened recently, and that was the Olympia. So, Jonathan, would you like to break it down for us?
Absolutely. I saw several of my friends on Instagram went.
Yeah. I actually honestly don't know. I think did the big Rammy win?
He did, Tanner.
And that was his first win, I think, maybe.
He is.
And he's been kind of one of the fan favorites, I think.
So, okay, this is where I'm confused because I did no research on this until right now. According to Hypebeast, which is the best place to look for strength training news, it is really funny that I can type in the Olympia and the first news article that comes up is Hypebeast. He is the first male to repeat as Mr. Olympia since Phil Heath during his dominant 2011 to 2017 reign. And he joins
the Gift. He's with
the Gift. He was the Gift for quite a few years there.
You know who I kind of miss?
Who?
The Blade.
What about the Shadow?
Who's the Shadow?
Who was the Shadow? I don't know. Wasn't
the
someone the Shadow?
The Gift was kind of the gift that kept on giving if he went for that many years as well.
Made it so easy. He is the second ever Arab Mr. Olympia competitor, as well as the first non-American to win the title. Since 1997. He won it last year and this year, but isn't that kind of crazy? An American won it for like 23 straight years.
Who was 1997? What was it? The German guy that won several times that did the crazy leg workouts. What was his name?
The Shadow.
The Shadow.
I do not know.
You guys would both know the name.
German guy or
I think
Crazy leg
Germanish.
workouts.
Someone's
not Dorian Yates.
Yeah, Dorian Yates.
Oh.
Where's he from?
No.
Is he the Shadow? Is Dorian Yates the Shadow?
He's not the Gift, and he's not the Blade.
I'm sure someone over there on Discord. I can't read Discord. I feel like I'm
He's not
a
the
football
Gift.
field away
He's
from
not the Blade.
Yeah. Let's say he's not the Oak.
Here you go. The Shadow bodybuilder is Dorian Yates.
Oh, okay.
Who was the Shadow in bodybuilding? He is widely considered. Oh, well.
Where's he from?
I think he's from England, isn't he?
Oh, okay.
Or is he from the UK? Or is he from Great Britain?
Or
If you're a member of the Massenomics Discord, you would know the finer points of how the British Empire is
I'm
split
refusing to learn that. I don't care who sends me what. I'm gonna stick with never understanding that. I refuse to understand that.
So now that we know who everyone's
Was he?
nickname
Did
is.
he win it in '97? Was he the last one? Or that seems maybe a little
Let's find
later
out.
than what I would have thought.
Well, like you said, is it true that if they win it, they get the gift that keeps on giving?
Oh.
Which is the Jelly of the Month Club.
Let's see.
I think they get a lot of money for winning the Olympia, don't they?
400,000 this year.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Dorian Yates is an English retired professional bodybuilder. He won the Olympia title 6 consecutive times from 92 to 97. Wow.
That was him then.
They don't call him the Shadow for nothing.
He kept on giving too, didn't he?
You did. He certainly did. Okay, wow.
What do you think of the chill pill?
Chill pill's pretty chill, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
actually it's good. It's fairly
It's
mellow.
not far off the blonde, really. They're about the same.
I like the blonde better.
Do you? So what does this get, JD wise?
This is a 3 for me.
Yeah, as far as light
Good
beers
middle
go.
of the road. Yeah.
Yeah, 3,
I
3
feel
and a
the
half.
same.
It's hard for a light beer to ever reach like the 4. That's kind of a tough spot for a light
Yeah.
beer to be in.
Yeah.
Look at the percentage on them.
Okay. Now that we're 38 minutes in, I think we're done with housekeeping now.
Okay.
So, do we get to the rest of the show?
The reason that everyone came for this one, the title of
Is
that
this
episode.
interrogate Johnathan time?
Yeah.
All right.
It could be.
Question number 1.
This is what I came for.
Who the hell do you think you are?
It's a good point. I really don't know.
You know
who
when you
most
did
people think I am.
did the thing about the Texas Power Bar?
Uh-huh.
You said state, national, international, and you said bacon and barbells.
Did I not say beer bells?
No, you said bacon and barbells.
Well,
See,
we knew
that
what
was
you
that
meant.
was
That was a throwback.
that was
though.
stage fright, I guess.
But at one point in time, wasn't that your
it
handle?
was bacon in like underscore
Yeah.
in underscore beer or barbells.
Right.
And that's been.
Really?
I guess
It
y'all
I
did.
remember you making the switch. I can remember that.
Yeah,
That's
that's been. Longer
I
than
think that was
can-
a good switch.
It's fitting now.
Yeah.
It kind of I grew into that for sure.
So I think we should go back to
Let's start at the beginning.
I will say,
Yes.
I had.
I like the direction you're taking.
I
this,
will
Tanner.
say I had bacon in barbells before the
Bacon
Bacon
and
and
Barbells.
Barbells company.
Really? Did you?
Yeah.
What's their handle?
Baconandbarbells.co. And because I remember when he first came out with that logo.
That means someone
it
has
was-
bacon and barbells.
Yeah,
out
and it
there.
was one of those accounts that somebody had made
Yeah.
and just left. Like they never did anything with it. So it was just in like that Instagram purgatory of
Yep. It's
And
always
what
one
is
of
yours
those.
now exactly? Bacon
and beer bells.
and A&D?
Yep.
Okay.
No.
A-N-D or E-N-D?
Ooh.
Bacon
definitely not
and
N.
beer bells. End them.
So I'm not sure if we've ever actually talked about the Johnathan Oldham origin story on the podcast. And I was actually trying to break it down for my wife. And
My
yeah,
wife.
I'm just waiting for it.
So where do we begin with it though?
The
What is-
abridged version that I gave was there was like a guy that found us on Instagram, kind of liked what we were doing, and started buying a bunch of our stuff and like talking to us. And now he's coming to Aberdeen. Like that was like the most condensed version of it you could ever do. But
Yeah, because Johnathan is the first, was the first Massenomics
like
sponsored athlete.
and also like repeat buyer in that
That's
wasn't
where-
like a
yeah.
wasn't like
So-
someone
where it was like, oh yeah, like before, yeah, it was
like
like, oh,
it's a
there's
random
Johnathan.
guy that bought
Yeah.
a shirt from us more than one time.
Right.
I sat last night and looked. I kind of did this because I remember so this was the post I saw. That was the first post I saw. Was the hats on the bench?
Yeah.
Um,
And what's the date of that?
May 9th, 2017.
Okay.
But so when I saw that hat though, I was like, nothing
So,
could fit me more.
Yeah.
So do you think
I
did you
love
see
beer,
it
I
on the
love
Discover
lifting.
page or do you think
I can't remember.
Don't even-
I
yeah.
do think
What
it-
a nice artsy hat picture I took in my backyard, my old backyard.
Yep.
So that's what caused
Notice
me.
the tilted hat.
Yeah,
I bet it was
it's
the
kinda
tilted
edgy,
hat
yeah.
that really got him.
I had this was actually I hate to
I
say
remember
this.
that. Yeah.
This was I did Murph right before this, and it absolutely killed me.
I remember that picture.
I ended up getting a terrible there was something that we couldn't figure out in my neck for a while. I messed up just doing the
Really?
pull-ups from Murph. So and like just trying my workouts. That's
then
me,
we
like,
shared
miserable
that.
on the floor. But yeah, y'all did. But that was my. I
what
actually
year-
went to the
what's the
house
date on that?
before. This is June 15th.
Okay.
so
2017.
is that the
2017.
very hat that you're wearing today?
That is. Yep. I had to wear it. Just yeah. Hold on.
Have you ever washed it before?
No.
Okay.
Gosh. No.
You know, it actually looks pretty
Yeah, it's
good.
pretty decent. It's actually kind of got a nice.
And it almost looks
it's got
it
some
almost
paint
looks like you
stains.
bought it that way with the perfect little tear on the front.
You know,
I'd
like
say
if
it-
you wear it right, you get kind of like that, like weird,
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's almost like a sheen. To
Yeah,
it.
from like where your hand always grabs it.
Yeah.
and how it- yeah.
The
Yeah.
embroidery really has held up pretty well.
Yeah,
too, for like
yeah.
that.
The embroidery was so thick on this
Yeah,
one too.
yeah,
it's a lot
yeah.
thicker than the other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I went home and grabbed that hat out of the mailbox before working out. I was like, I was so excited
that
for
day.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's over 4 years ago now. But I mean, and even back then, I want to say vaguely, y'all probably had like 4,000 or 5,000 followers back then. It was.
That, I
it
mean,
was a
even
lot
that
smaller.
number surprises
Yeah.
me, honestly.
Yeah. So it
And now look at us.
yeah, and I'll never
Just
forget.
Look at us. Look at us.
Well, and that was
we
so
are.
that
There's
was
hair everywhere.
that was the next
We had
thing
way
was,
shorter hair then.
when you did the singlet for me. That was the next
You
because
probably had the first. Well, I guess actually no. I had the first one. I had a red one, and then you probably had the first one like not
got-
from someone that never.
we did Les and I got one together,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
y'all gave me it, and I said so. I was like, wow, I feel like a sponsored athlete, like
Yeah.
getting a
Yeah.
free singlet. And you messaged me. I'll never forget it. You messaged me on my way. We were driving to Baton Rouge, and
Calling Baton Rouge.
that's right. And you said you were like, we've been thinking about it. How would you like to be an athlete for the team? And like, I wrecked my car. I was crying so hard I couldn't see anymore. No,
You're like hell yeah.
yeah, no, that was that was something. And again, and that was, I guess, more so for being so loyal to y'all, ever faithful.
Well, that really, I mean, honestly, was what the deal was. It's not like
Well, I hadn't really done anything strength-wise to that. I mean,
But that even now to this day, like we are even kind of talking about not
I
about
still
you.
haven't done anything strength-wise.
No, that's not true.
No.
But at that point, we wouldn't have known that you're going to be ever. We were banking like, this guy's probably going to be able to squat 800 and some pounds and deadlift 800 pounds and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But,
this is only going to pay off if this guy can get a 2K total someday.
Yeah.
Like that's
It's weird to think. It is weird to think back like to those days and just like I would have never imagined, being here doing this. I mean,
well, that
that's
is
nuts.
the funny part about it.
That
Is
is
like,
funny.
isn't that how weird though that internet stuff can go? Is you see a random post of a hat you like on Instagram, and then like 4 years later, you're recording a podcast at a basement with the people that made the hat.
right?
Yeah, because say you hadn't seen it then, and then you came across this with something else a year and a half later, and at that point you're like, maybe it's like more off-putting to you. You're like, screw those guys. They think they're cool or something, you know?
Dumbasses.
Think you're hot.
Yeah, they're all funny all the time.
No, I mean, think
sad.
about how many guys buy stuff from y'all now that would love, just a chance at it, and it's just crazy. I was the fortunate one.
Well, and unfortunately for
all
everyone
these,
else,
all these nerds out here.
we really like some companies have a lot of those people that they work with,
like a lot.
and some even like some supplement companies, for example, like that's almost their business model. Like they want everyone they can get to be
Ambassador.
and it's like, well, we're not doing that, like because we do want it to be something kind of cool and fun, and like if we do it with too many people, all of a sudden we can't do
it means
fun and cool stuff.
Is this like our podcast thing where we said we went do remote guests, and then, we
and then all of a sudden it's
a year from now we have 1,000 ambassadors, just an actual army of people.
I guess if it could help us sell more shirts, shorts. Either way.
Either one, yeah. But yeah, okay, so that is pretty I it's just long enough ago that I don't completely remember the timeline on everything.
Right.
So doing a little reminiscing, it does.
It is
take
funny though,
because I do remember us talking, being like, you're like, yeah, there's this guy Johnathan, and he's the one that's always buying our stuff, and like, you're like, do you remember seeing his post? I'm like, yeah, he tags us all the time. You're like, do you think we should do an athlete thing? Like, we don't do that yet, but do you think we should do it? It's like, yeah, let's do it. Sounds cool. Like, I remember having that conversation, and
and even
here
at the time, like the part of the thing is like, we don't want to do it if it's like, well, they don't really get anything, it's like not cool for them, and it's like, that was the biggest debate. Is like, well, can we do anything that actually makes it like,
well, because even Massenomics was so different then, because we had like 4 or 5 t-shirts and like 2 hats. Like it was just such a different animal than what it is now too.
I just see a screenshot of me on the Discord. I don't even know what it says. And Stone Cold Steve Austin above me.
It says what?
what?
Beer. More beer.
Vodka, whiskey, beer.
No, I definitely lucked up. I mean, this awesome. I just jumped to it before.
Well, we've got to have a ton of fun on all
We
sorts
have.
of stuff. I mean, not always in person. It is funny. We've got to hang out in person like 3 times, and 2 of them have been within like a month.
That is kind of the crazy part.
Yeah.
We have
Meet y'all
only
once.
seen each other in person 3
Gosh,
times.
I was so much smaller when y'all saw me then too. That was like 2-3 years ago.
You were quite a bit smaller the first
Yeah.
time we saw you at the Arnold, and I didn't realize that until I was digging up old picture, and I'm like, whoa, you look at quite a bit different then.
I didn't have a mustache either. I had a baby.
Yeah,
baby face.
it was the mustache. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's really where all the testosterone came
It
in.
adds a lot of size.
That's for sure. Girth.
Length, diameter, circumferences.
Yeah. So okay. So, where do we want to go now?
Well, and then you have gotten really strong since then.
yeah,
too,
I was going to
which
say,
is,
because I feel like we should talk. I feel like we should talk.
Well, we had
lifting a
this
little bit
planned
here,
out.
but-
So I mean, I'm doing a seminar this weekend in North Dakota with.
yeah, I
Joe
guess
Salt.
we didn't even say why you came up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Okay.
it
So
wasn't just the podcast.
It was, but no. So I'm doing a seminar with Joe Sullivan in Fargo, North Dakota this weekend. The North Dakota Open is going on USPA.
The lesser known Dakota,
That's right.
lesser respected.
And so Joe Sullivan and I are doing that, and we're gonna watch the meet. Evidently, I'm gonna do some squat for reps.
How do you have enough?
do you know what the weight
do you
actually
think
is
you're
gonna
going to do?
He said 500 or 600. I'm gonna have to obviously go the higher end of that.
So if it's 600, how many do you think you got?
do?
I've done 605 for 10 several times. Several times.
Wraps
That sounds pretty terrible.
Wraps or sleeves here? What do we?
That's sleeves or naked knee. I don't, typically if
Yeah.
I'm not in wraps, I don't typically sleeve. But
Do you think sleeves do anything for you, or just
not for me. I mean, I've never been one of those to try to the medium sleeves or anything to try to get a little advantage out of them. I've just, I know they keep your knees warm, but I've never really had any knee issues, fortunately. So, if I'm not typically wrapping, I'm naked knee, which obviously, like, I'm fortunate to be sponsored by Stronghouse. They make sleeves. I feel, always obligated. But, and the showdown, like, kind of be dumb to try to just squat naked knee versus put the sleeves on if you get any benefit out of it. Yeah.
Or maybe it's a real baller move, like, hey, I don't even need those things.
Yeah, you might. Well, now they've made it to where I can't see the what from across the room. The good old Discord.
And you do have a belt on too, yeah.
Championship belt.
That's incredible. That's two cool beans from me personally.
That's Breaking Parallel Austin putting that one together for you.
Athlete right
Who you
there. That's
coach,
my boy.
correct?
He wanted
So
me
you
to
do coaching now too, and you never used to do that before.
Yep. I started that back in January. I was working 2 fire department jobs. It was miserable. Coaching was something I've wanted to do for a while. I just didn't feel like I had the knowledge for it yet. And I mean, that's something. I mean, you never stop learning in this sport. So, and like even I talked with Joe on FaceTime last night, just talking about the seminar and stuff, and he knows so much.
Yeah,
and you can, and that's you always have more to learn. But yeah, so coaching's been fun, and it's just like firefighting in a sense. It's just you're helping better someone, or watch someone improve from something you're putting forth. So that's been rewarding. All my athletes are awesome. Austin especially. I'll give him.
He's the only one making memes on this.
Making memes.
He got some shorts through y'all. He made some shorts through y'all. He wanted me to brag about that. Get the breaking parallel shorts.
Yeah.
You could almost say we made some shorts through him, even.
Well, there you go, Austin.
Austin's
now. I know he's trying to pitch those Letterman jackets.
We said, well, pump the brakes, mister.
What if? Here's a conspiracy theory. What if Austin isn't real and we just created him for marketing a new pair of shorts?
Oh, you notice how hard I laughed there.
That would be crazy if that was real.
So are you telling me y'all make fake athlete videos to send me every week of some stranger
And we pay you real money to throw everyone off the trail.
Just to keep it all on the up and up.
Yep. This man has to be real. He pays.
This
He
week
pays
on
for coaching.
Unsolved Mysteries.
So, you said you're a firefighter, Johnathan.
No.
Is it true that sometimes you need to fight fire with fire? Is that ever true in real life? Have you heard of that saying?
That would
before?
more pertain
That
to
you need
maybe
to fight
brush
fire with
fires.
fire?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and like burn the path
So,
in
like,
between.
you've never
So there is
seen,
an application
Yeah,
for
you
fighting
can,
fire
yeah.
with fire.
You've never seen like a house on fire and like got
Like,
the urge to like
someone,
start
you
the
go ahead
house
and
down
catch
the
the
block.
next
Next door house on fire. Just this one's so
It's
close.
the only way to fight this one.
I mean, they're
Gotta
all
fight
gonna
fire
go.
with fire here.
You've never personally done that, though.
Not me. No.
Okay, just
So water does work better
No,
than fire.
there's
usually.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing on the truck that we have like
you don't have a
that
flamethrower on the
starts
truck.
fires
Okay.
now.
Have you ever started a fire accidentally and like burned anything down? Like that would be embarrassing as a fireman. Like, burnt my house down with the grill. Gonna be embarrassing to tell the guys about this one on Monday.
Yeah, no.
You've never had any emergency calls that you can admit to or anything like that?
Like that you started.
Oh, me
Yeah.
personally?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah. Are you
Okay,
are
you
you
have
pretty
to-
anal about fire safety at home?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
2 smoke detectors in
Yeah,
every room?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, not like that. Not like that. I am big about like Morgan like setting in the curling iron and stuff.
Oh,
right
yeah.
under the hand towel by the sink and stuff.
Yeah.
Where candles are being set and whatnot. But I'm not like a home
Like,
Smokey the Bear.
as long as like It just took her a long time to quit setting the candle on like a full, like 5-gallon jug of diesel, right? Like
yeah, that normal 5-gallon bucket of diesel we keep in the living room.
She's not smoking at the diesel fuel pumps
Which
anymore.
diesel's what you want to use. Just FYI, if you're ever trying to start a fire.
yeah, it's gonna burn.
The
Pretty good.
bonfire, it's more slow start.
That'd be good if you were going to try to fight a fire with a fire. You could have the diesel with you to start your second fire.
If you pour the gasoline on it, you're gonna.
So how long have you been a firefighter?
Graduated recruit school in 2012.
2012.
I've been with my current department for 7 years.
So you've probably responded to a fair number of calls in that time, I would imagine, right?
Sure. Yep.
Have you seen some kind of wacky stuff? Have you responded to?
See, yeah.
How many things do you respond to that are not fires?
I would say at least 95%.
It is that.
Have you
high?
ever done a cat in a tree?
No.
Is that a real
well,
thing?
so
Okay.
there was a cat on a cliff behind Walmart in our city, and we actually did go get the ladder truck and get the cat off the cliff.
We do not have any.
Can't
cliffs
believe we did that.
at Walmart.
Yeah, we don't have.
There was a couple of years ago. We had several calls when drones were big. We were trying to get drones out of trees on Christmas. That was a thing for a while, but no, we don't do cats in trees, and we don't do drones in trees either.
But like 95% is not directly fire related.
Yeah, no.
Would you say that's probably every fire department in the country for the most part?
No.
Really?
No. And my main department's more of I call it like a retirement community. More of like an elderly, I mean, it's just a slower. We're just north of Birmingham, Alabama, and Birmingham, I mean, they get a lot more like fires and stuff than we do. I did used to work for a department, Centerpoint, and it was you were just about guaranteed a fire every shift.
Really?
Yeah. So it is much different, but my department, we're all paramedics. Sorry for the noise.
No, you're good.
But yeah, we're all paramedics at my current department, and that's primarily our calls. We do a lot of lift assist, a lot of picking the elderly up out of the floor, stuff like that.
What's the department policy on mullets? Because I see you don't have a mullet anymore.
That was a big no-no.
That's
the reason I got away. That's the reason. Well, so
how did you get away with it for so long? Because
tucked it in my hat every shift. Every
like
shift.
up.
It wasn't even allowed to touch the polo collar,
And
I had it touching my T-shirt, well below my T-shirt.
Did they actually not know you had one with the hat, or was it just like
I don't know if they just
okay.
kind of like, because that thing had to be.
Did somebody eventually say something and then you had to get rid of it?
No. What was that? What meet did I? Was that? It was hybrid. It was hybrid down in Miami.
Yeah.
Right after it, because my little brother Porter grew one with me, and mom told him, she was like, it's the time's up, and I told him, I was like, I'm not making you get rid of it alone. I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I'm 30. My wife was pretty tired of it too. I did enjoy the mullet, but at the same time, I was, and especially like hiding it at work, I was having dreams of like being caught with it at work.
Really?
Yeah. And I was like, it's affecting my sleep.
Of 12 guys holding you down and shaving you.
No. Wow. Wow. It's a haunting thought.
Isn't it though?
You've done some pretty fun Instagram videos over the years.
Yeah.
Do you have one that sticks out to you as your favorite?
Well, actually, even before we go there, you kind of have one making some rounds right now, don't you?
oh yeah,
You've been on
The
Fox
Fox
News
News the other night.
yeah.
My cousin messaged me with that one. I thought she just meant like our local Fox channel. Like she saw me like doing something with the fire
Fox
department.
9, live from Birmingham.
Yeah, I thought she just meant like she saw me like doing something with the fire department.
Local man has a mullet and wears a Speedo.
Exactly. No, she sent me the link. What's that? Gutfeld? Is that his name?
I didn't know it, but
it's some nighttime show on Fox News, and that actually was a charity tournament for a firefighter from Centerpoint, my old department.
The video you're saying, right?
Yeah, it was a golf tournament for him. He died in a house fire at Centerpoint, so they do it every year for him. But we had been at that hole all day selling T-shirts, and at the end of it, we had our buddies came through, and we had planned that all day. I was gonna take a shot in my Speedo. I had it under my clothes, and
it quickly about hitting the guy.
So I did 2 practice shots, and both of them like brought dirt out of the ground.
So he said,
Terrible.
He said, I'm good.
Yeah, I am not the golfer. So like when we actually teed that up, I was like, if anything hit high, and I mean it was a beautiful shot. It couldn't.
What
have
was
been
it
better.
resting on? The tee.
Yeah, well, the tee, like we had just unzipped them. We had literally unzipped them and just sat it there. So yeah,
Well, like that video that was on Fox News, then was that your Instagram video that they just like pulled off?
I don't
your
know how
Instagram,
they
or-
found that.
But like that was
on,
posted on your Instagram, or was it
Yeah,
posted
and
anywhere else?
I've had there's that page Drunk People Doing Things on
Yeah.
Instagram. They've posted me several times.
Yeah.
And I want to say they posted that video.
But
too,
it
so.
originated as your like the only place that was originally posted was your Instagram.
Yes,
So like
yeah.
anyone else, they took it and then someone took it from them, and so you didn't get royalties from Fox News.
No, I had no idea. And that because I'd been on Ridiculousness too
Yeah,
for that
so-
for the NASCAR.
Yeah. Talk about that one once.
That gosh, that's been probably 4 years ago at Talladega, which Talladega racetrack is like 4 exits away from where I live.
Oh,
I mean,
is it
yeah,
that close?
It's like a little over 30 minutes.
See,
maybe.
it's funny because for us, NASCAR could almost be a foreign sport because there's
Right.
what's the close like
It's part of religion in Alabama.
I know, but like is there? There's a lot of people around here that love it too. But
What is the
Indianapolis is that the
closest?
closest thing to us?
I don't
Probably.
know.
Yeah, probably.
Is there Kansas City? Was there one at all? Or
Yeah, there's
Okay,
there's
so
one-
Kansas
yeah,
City, I
'cause-
guess, which
yep.
would be like 8 hours. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Indianapolis, which is probably 10.
yeah.
Like, but those aren't close at all.
Yeah. So I had that morning I had just slammed a beer on my head. That was the first time I'd ever tried doing that. And then we just said that we were just like, hey, cars coming by, get it, try it again.
So was this like the beginning of the race, or was it just like at a random point when you guys did that?
Sunday, it was like curing the hangover by just drinking more.
Yeah, but
you
I
know?
mean, like, was it like the opening lap when you were slamming this beer?
No,
or was it just
no,
like,
they've
hey,
been going
I'm
on
just-
a minute.
Okay,
And yeah, because I felt so bad because when I did it and I slammed the beer on my head, it actually like sprayed on a lady sitting right below me, and I felt so terrible. I was like, what can I get you? Like, what are you drinking? Like, please let me. And they ended up being. Not really. No, she was cool. She actually was, down for the atmosphere, I guess. But
so I've never been to a NASCAR race. Is like, are people like there to party, or are they there to watch?
absolutely. So that year we had stayed out in the outfield, which is like by the interstate, away from the track. And then the following years we started staying in the infield, which
and that is like a party in there, isn't it?
insane.
Yeah.
It is absolutely insane. If you have never experienced the infield,
Because
especially
you
at Talladega, I
camp in
can't
there,
say
don't you?
for
Is
other-
that
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
camp. I mean, that's a lot of people like park RVs and stuff.
yeah?
And yeah, that year because we had brought tents to stay in the infield, and we ended up staying in like some random stranger's RV. That's just how it went. Dega is one of those places that just becomes a blur. Yeah, it quickly goes south.
So you have the golf tee one, you have the racing one. Do you have any other videos that you feel like went kind of viral with?
the pool dunk.
The pool
Oh,
dunk,
yeah.
that was another one.
I mean,
I
people
would have never
made a
expected.
flag out of that one.
Yeah, some company.
We do gotta say that was one we had no idea. We were making some flags. Are we gonna sell 0 of these?
Yeah.
Somebody
gonna sell
kept
10?
pitching it to y'all in the Q&As and stuff. I don't know
Yep.
who.
And we sold
Waffle
out
House
of-
was it Waffle House?
Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
I think he was.
And that was when we had no idea how many flags we'd sell, and we sold all of them in like 2
Big
hours.
Steven. Yeah.
Like those
Yeah,
didn't last
They
at
went
all. It's
quick.
like, okay,
Yeah, they went quick. And
Okay.
I had people asking me for months, like randomly, like
Maybe
Where are
someday
they?
we'll bring it back
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
the reprint,
Yeah.
second edition.
which I don't think y'all have one. I think y'all ended up giving me.
We ended up getting.
the
Yeah,
extra.
we were
Yeah, I
off like by one count, and we actually don't have one.
Y'all for sure.
That happens with a lot of stuff though, where it's like, yeah, if people really want to buy it, I'm happy.
Who are we to hold it out for
right,
them?
right. So, what's your favorite video? Do you have a favorite out of all the ones you've done?
No, the other one I did one is the underwear is probably the most recent.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
we did the underwear. That one was
That-
a hoot.
From a creativity standpoint,
You mean the
that
one where you ripped it?
no, the Shine Steel one, right? Is
Yeah,
that
the
what-
Shinesty. Yeah,
Yeah, Shinesty. There you go. Where
They had reached out to me about doing a Father's Day.
Oh, that
commercial.
you know, when he's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
on the
right,
when he's
right.
on the porch
Yeah,
and like
Yeah, I was
right,
like,
right.
I don't know how they a Father's Day commercial. Like, I don't have any kids. So I was like,
That you
Can
know
I-
of.
why you're reaching out to me is beyond me. But
Yeah.
borrowed my cousin's kids and made it happen.
So did they say like, oh, do you have kids you could get in there?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But I mean, that video did so well. They messaged me and they were like, "Hey, we want to. It benefited you, benefited us. We want to keep doing this."
Yeah.
And so we've worked together a little bit, but it's been more of a headache than it has fun.
Yeah.
And I'm not about that. So it's not.
Yeah.
So
But the underwear are super comfy. It's like stupid.
are you being
comfy.
paid to say that?
No.
So what do you think, as far as all those videos go, what do you think was actually, from a viral standpoint, actually the biggest one?
It would have to. It'd have to be between the pull dunk and the underwear.
Really?
And I think it's just because the following's been more upscale recently. You know, I mean, I guess with the beer slam, like ridiculousness and everything, that was more like nobody had a route to see
Actually
who I
find out
was.
who
Yeah,
you were.
see who I was.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy, though, having it on ridiculousness, though, right? Like,
Yeah, no, that was wild. And that was crazy because I was sitting at the table. At
Someone was
dinner
like, dude, you're on ridiculousness.
I was at the fire station and I had like 30 people message me at once that were like, "You were just on TV." I was like, "What? Where?" Like,
Yeah.
what is this? It looks like people walking out of a fire.
What do you do when these studs come to save your home gym and it's some firefighters with their shirts off and our heads on?
Shut Discord off. Focusing too much on it.
You know what I was thinking about that? Do you remember having the conversation at the Showdown meet at our booth? And Garrett Fear came up and you asked him about something and he said, "You want my honest opinion?"
Yeah.
And he went, blah, 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 blah. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Don't do that, don't. You know, Garrett talks pretty fast and he's
Yeah.
always got an opinion
Very
about everything.
opinionated.
And he said, like a short of it was, he said, "I don't think you should mess around with all that stuff. Just lift and get stronger."
He
and you'd be a better
basically
lifter."
said, yeah, the downfall of what you're doing is you've put too much energy into like stupid shit, I think was his words.
Right. And
that not enough into lifting. And
Which-
that,
Right.
and that your life and Instagram would all be way better if you put more into lifting.
And granted, I'm not a top level lifter. Neither of us are, or anything like that. But to me, I don't know what that takes away. You know, I don't see my opinion would be, I don't know that that's true.
Well,
you know,
and
like,
this is
well,
we would also say the market is 100% saturated on strong people.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's not 100% saturated on viral videos. Like that's what people want
yeah,
nowadays.
yeah.
Well, and I've also learned that, you know, the viral video isn't something you should just like, I mean, that can become like a cancerous thing in
Right,
itself.
that makes
you know,
sense
like
It is,
too.
yeah.
Yeah,
To be authentic, and
Right.
that's what I tell people all the time. Is just like, be yourself, man. Like don't try so hard to be something just for the sake of social media, because it is. I mean, it's not worth it. But
No.
I love Garrett.
Yeah, and he's a
yeah
fun guy.
and he and that, ironically, like we stayed at Garrett's place that night until probably almost 5 a.m. Him and Jamal talking, and they both said the same thing. Jamal, like, I haven't said much at all to Jamal ever, and he was just like, he said the same thing. He was like, "There's a lot of potential in you," and I think he told me he muted me on social media because he was tired of seeing me in Speedos. But
He said, I muted you because I'm tired of seeing people pull 900 pounds.
yeah, we can't all have it all.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, I told Garrett, I was like, I do see where Garrett's coming from. I understand that, but also like that, you know, I'm true to what I am.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
know,
Like if that is what you are, and like, is fun bad? And also, like, can you not have training? Training
both. I mean,
takes
Like,
an hour and a half.
Does doing those viral
right.
videos actually take away from your training?
Like,
does
no,
it
well,
train into your
training takes
time?
maybe 2 hours, 4 or 5 days a week.
yeah.
Like, there's a whole lot of hours in there where you could be doing other stuff.
and I guess it depends on, and that's, you know, I've had talks with a bunch of lifters I respect about this. You know, Perseus being one of the first ones when I was, you know, younger in the sport, and it's really how everybody sees it. Because like, you know, the way he trained, he was like, you can't party, you can't drink, you know. And,
Right,
I mean,
right.
there's nothing wrong with that if that's how. But I mean, hell, you see Dan
I
Bill
was
setting
gonna say,
all-time
look at
world
Dan Bill,
records
yeah,
while he's
yeah.
pounding beers before we
And
even start
if
squatting.
If you ask enough guys, there's also the guys that no, you don't record your training, you don't put that on social media. Like
Right.
if you want to
some
take
would
it
say
far
don't
enough,
put anything on social
yeah,
media.
there's people that
Yeah.
also there's a lot of people like of the
Yeah.
old school mentality that no, you just do it on competition day.
And
Right?
it is,
That's what
yeah,
it's all about.
and it is what it is, because there are several guys that were coming to Showdown that I looked up and I was like, I've never heard of this guy.
Yep.
All-time world record holders that have 1,000 followers. I mean, they don't post anything.
And there's nothing right or wrong with any of
No,
those approaches.
not
but
at
that's
all.
the whole point. Is that
But
there's
I would
no
say
right
what
way
you're
to do
doing.
it.
That's what I would say. I don't think someone really. I don't think you should be criticized for doing that stuff because you can still put just as much into your training and still do that stuff.
Well, my thing is it's one of those things that's kind of baffling to me is that I do have so many people that look up to me as a role model and love my lifting, and it's so gratifying. I mean, the messages and stuff and people that do support me, but at the same time, I want to be an example to be authentic, have fun. Because I mean, honestly, powerlifting, it's fun, it's great. We push ourselves and push stupid limits that, I mean, when we look back on it, I mean, as long as it's gratifying to you, that's all it's worth in the end. Because I mean, outside of that, what do you have? I mean, all this is in short time and for fun, so, and that's why, being a part of y'all's crew is why that's so fitting, is y'all are a powerlifting company, but at the same time, it's
like
all in fun and
Yeah.
off, and it was so fitting,
Yeah.
So
If we couldn't do some stuff that's kind of fun.
Yeah, like
This
if we,
would really
if we
be
can
worth
get a
doing.
limo and hold the sign out
Right,
there.
That's the
Exactly.
type of stuff, though. It's
yeah.
and what's been nice.
Garrett, have you ever had your sponsor pick you up in a limousine?
Oh, but that's the type of thing that's been fun as we've gotten. Just not that we're a huge company, but big enough that we can spend a little bit of money just on these. And we've talked about it.
A lot of bit of money. That was a lot of money, y'all. I need y'all to try this one too. I don't know how deep y'all are.
I can't. I'm not ready for another one yet.
Okay.
So,
Kettle
but
sour.
you know what am ready for?
Oh, I hope it's an ad.
Yeah, I'm ready to hear from Fusion Sport Performance Supplements.
Sock it to me, Tanner.
Do it.
Jonathan, do you know what's in your supplements? If you use Fusion Sports Performance, you always will. Fusion SP prides
That was a
itself
rhetorical
on being
question,
fully-
obviously.
It's never really obvious if it is a rhetorical
I hummed
question
into
or
my
not.
beer instead of the microphone.
No one ever knows for sure. Is it a rhetorical question or does he expect an answer here?
It's obviously one after the fact.
True. They never use proprietary blends, and they always provide their customers with top quality products. They offer 2 pre-workout options. You got A, your Super Soldier pre-workout, and then you got B, or I will say 1A, your Mad Titan High Stim pre-workout.
What's 1B?
That's your healing factor post-workout. It's
Perfect.
not 1B isn't a pre-workout, it's
Okay.
a post-workout. Both the pre-workouts have proven ingredients at their full clinical doses to maximize performance, increase muscular endurance, and improve focus and get that much sought-after pump. Healing Factor post-workout combines BCAAs with a full serving of creatine monohydrate and other great ingredients to help maximize your efforts in the gym. They've also got whey protein isolate. Not only does it taste great, it also has 27 grams of protein per scoop, 0 fat, low and no carbs, depending on the flavor. It doesn't contain any soy or gluten, and it won't cause any stomach discomfort. It's available in vanilla ice cream, frosted cinnamon roll, and everyone's favorite chocolate of some sort. Most orders are shipped within
My
one
mouth
business
is watering.
Most orders are shipped within the one business day, and every Fusion Sports Performance product comes fully backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to fusionsp.net and use code MASS. They'll save you massive 20% on your entire order. MASS, M-A-S-S. A massive 20%. You don't really have a supplement sponsor, do you?
Ironically, I had someone reach out to me today on my way here.
Okay. Was it Fusion Sports Performance Supplements?
It was not.
Okay.
So there's a opportunity there.
Yeah.
And I don't, and that's the thing is when he reached out to me, I didn't know if it was real or fake, and I actually responded, and I was like, can you confirm this is authentic?
Yeah.
Send me 2 eggplant emojis if
It's
you're for real.
FNX.
The only supplement company I know is Fusion Sports Performance Supplements.
Exactly.
It's the
Okay,
only one I
that's
know.
the-
and
yeah,
trust.
only
It's
one.
there's only one in my eyes.
Exactly. So
Because it's the only one where you can truly know what's in your supplements.
right, no proprietary blends.
Exactly.
And speaking of that 1B, I also want to say this is what 288B was it 288 episode
289.
289. Yeah.
So 289
B-roll.
Yeah, B-roll.
There was a funny topic in the Discord, I think, just earlier this week. Down in Alabama, what do you call it if you're in your car and you're spinning around excessively for fun. You're just
Donut?
You can call it a donut, I think. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
common.
think that's appropriate.
Yep. And what else do we call it here, Tommy?
Around here, it's whipping a shitty.
Whipping a shitty. Do you guys call it whipping a shitty?
Is that?
Have you ever
never
heard
heard
that?
that.
Oh, yeah.
you've never heard that?
And it's funny, in the Discord, we both answered with whipping shitties. And I've never said whipping shitties to you, and you've never said it to me, but we both know that it's
that's incredible.
you're out whipping
I love
shitties.
that. That's definitely the new term there.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
I
you're-
thought that was just common knowledge.
No.
No.
Oh,
No, after school, when I first got my sweet 93 Corolla my parents gave me.
Nice. We love talking about the old cars we've had.
Yeah.
It's one of our hot topics.
We used to
actually.
always go to McDonald's after school and steal the trays and put them under the rear tires and rip the e-brake and just spin around whipping shitties in the parking
whipping
lot.
shitties.
Yeah, whipping
That's
shitties in the
whip
parking
some
lot.
Shitties. What trays? What trays?
the
you
tray-
remember
the
the
tray
ones
of
that you
food
like
comes
you
on.
used
Oh,
to-
if you go in McDonald's.
We used to go steal them out of there.
so you'd put them under the tire, like
So you-
I've
yeah,
never
you
heard of
just
this.
slides.
So it's just that plastic. So,
just
you,
like
plastic
you
on
rip
it.
the
Yeah.
e-brake so the back
And it
wheels
just
are
goes-
locked.
Yeah, yeah.
And literally, like, I mean, they're all, it's front wheel drive. So
Yeah.
we're just tearing the 93 Toyota Corolla around the parking
Just
lot with
whipping shitties.
whipping shitties, man.
Yeah, whipping shitties.
Wow,
I've
yeah.
never heard that, and that's
That's
incredible.
what it's all
So
about.
that's what NASCAR drivers do when they
Yeah.
win. They whip shitties.
Yeah. They do whip shitties.
They go out and do a little shitty whipping.
Sounds way more fun than just saying donuts, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm gonna get home and tell Morgan, what do you say we jump in the truck and go whip some shitties?
yeah.
That's incredible.
Are you ever around anyone else from Alabama and you think, man, that person really has an accent? Like, are there some people that you
God,
interact
yes.
with? Yeah,
Several I work with. I used to have a thick Southern accent. I guess just living in the city kind of
Yeah.
took it out of me. But
City Slicker.
do I sound Southern to y'all?
Yeah.
Oh.
You said y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You do. You have an accent for sure.
It's.
Like,
I
noticed
wouldn't
it-
say it's. I
No,
would-
it's not like
like if you came up and started talking, I would go, huh? Like,
Yeah.
let's go-
But I would be like, oh, this guy's not from here. You
Yeah.
know, would
If
know
I
that.
start drinking around my buddies who have it, it comes out
Gets
of
that,
me
yeah,
thick.
yeah. Do we sound like we have a funny South Dakota accent?
My God.
I
When I
can't wait.
first started listening to
Yeah,
the
I
podcast, I was
can't-
like, what is Tanner?
I can't wait. I can't
Mine's
wait
worse
until we
of it.
go out like tomorrow and some other people start talking.
Oh, they'll be
because
like, who the fuck's this guy?
I think that for the most part, our dialect is pretty clean compared to some people in the region who have it like, oh yeah. Like there is a lot.
I
of
think
that.
mine must be more noticeable than yours.
Maybe.
Because people will single me out sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
But there is-
You're the thicker one of the two.
There is some people in the region though that have it hard.
The flight attendant on the way here. It's just little, you know how you like. I mean, when
Yeah.
you hear it from different people, how it sticks out to you. But yeah, I mean, I've got some people I work with that. I mean, if I told y'all the area, y'all wouldn't. But it's like more of the rural. You know, they live in more rural areas, and it's thick.
Yeah.
The thick country accent.
Yeah. You'll probably notice some up in North Dakota.
Oh,
up there,
yeah.
too.
It
Yeah,
gets,
yeah.
gets
It's-
stiffer the farther you go. I
Yeah.
think.
You know, you're getting close to Canada.
Yeah.
You know, you will see when you pull into Fargo, there are signs for Canada. Because you're only like 3 hours away from Canada?
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not
just,
far.
you
Yeah.
just keep going north in the interstate, you'll hit Canada.
I
Yeah.
don't think you can get in there. Or can you get
I
in
don't
there
know if
right
you
now?
can right now or not.
I don't know.
And it's funny because we honestly live, what are we, 5 hours from Canada? Maybe not
How
even.
many
Well,
times
and I
have
was-
you been to
And
Canada?
once.
Yeah, me too.
Once. I talked to my
Yeah.
parents. I was like, told my parents, we have to go.
Yeah.
I
Never
got to say
been.
I've been to another country when I was in like high school,
Yeah.
like a freshman. And they took us and we went there for like a day. And we're like, yeah, this isn't that cool. Because it's,
I want to go. I mean, Travis from Obsidian. I mean, Obsidian's up
yeah.
there. I'd love to go see.
I mean,
them.
Canada
that's
would be
true.
great. I don't know if Winnipeg is exactly the hot spot.
Which he's
Do you like,
is
like,
he in
fishing?
Winnipeg?
No,
he's
he's
London,
in, like-
London, I think.
Yeah,
That's just
is
like
it
Toronto
on-
almost.
is
I
it?
think,
Yeah,
isn't
okay,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is they're actually
which is south of
London
us.
is south of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say. Ironically, I said like Obsidian's closer to me than y'all are.
Yeah.
Yeah, like mapping it from Alabama.
Right,
it's
right.
like 16
That
hours
is
to
kind of
here.
the weird part of it.
Obsidian Ammonia, though, pretty good guy up there.
Great
Down
guy.
there. Down there.
Great guy down south.
Down
in
there,
Canada.
below us in Canada.
Yeah. Stay tuned later this year for more of
Possibly
interesting
something
things.
else coming.
Yeah, with y'all. He's got a collab coming with me too.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Can you
yes.
talk about that? then? Or is that
The baby photo that y'all used of me.
yeah.
There will be stickers available here
Okay, good.
in the
Awesome.
coming month.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know what he wants to. I mean, he's already released John's party powder,
I love that.
but it's not ammonia; it's baby powder.
yeah.
It's deadlift baby powder.
Travis, we've always respected his stuff. He does some good, some cool, aesthetically pleasing things. I think, whereas like
He's fun.
does
He's
some
a lot of
cool
fun.
original things.
He's all about his athletes too, and I think I credit y'all to getting sponsored with him too. I think that was the link up there.
Did we know about them before you did, or
Yeah, I
don't
think
even
y'all
remember.
became.
Okay.
I think that was one of those. He was up and coming. Obsidian had started out, and
Yeah,
he kind of met y'all pretty early in it. I think
Yeah, I don't even know how that one happened.
yeah. I start to
my singlet's up there.
yeah.
My singlet
singlet that never.
It might be
was.
in the trash can. I don't know.
It's not with you this weekend.
Well, I guess
It's
I
in
don't
the-
know if we need to sell every dirty detail on that, but for people that don't know, we had this pretty rad singlet that we worked on together with you, and it didn't come to fruition here
Yeah,
for the showdown meet.
that's the reason the showdown didn't go the way I wanted it to. Right there.
What if it was? Like, what if?
Yeah, what if the
Actually,
bad
no, but
juju of that not
What
happening?
What if that singlet, the color, and like the where
could have called my depth?
right?
Yeah.
Like, what if like
The pink disappearing?
thighs,
Yeah.
Right. If people
Wow.
like the contrasting pink,
Like,
and they look
well,
at
the
it and
pink
they go,
is so bright.
wow.
They're like,
right?
"Ah, I
They're
couldn't
like,
see it on
or
this."
no, they're just like, oh yeah, I see the separation of the,
Oh, yeah.
the
The
top
pink
of his
is
knee
clearly
and
higher than
his
the
hip
rest.
crease. Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep tonight thinking on that. Wow. Whoever posted that on Discord, you just
You could
haunted me.
You could still maybe enter the meet this weekend.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not quite prepped for it now, but we'll still just try to go for 8.
Do you have a plan of when you're going to do a meet again, or no plan of that?
I am signed up for Ghost Clash, but
When is that?
February,
Where is that?
Is that in?
Miami.
Oh, it is in.
It's
Florida.
So is that run by?
it's Alex.
Okay.
Uslar's-
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I'm not 100%
Uslar,
sure.
Uslar?
Yeah.
I
I
know
know
who
who
you're
you're
talking about.
Yeah.
So he branched out from Hybrid,
Right.
And I think
Well, and he runs the Ghost Gym in Miami, and
so. I got an invite to that. I didn't get an invite to Hybrid this year, so I don't know if that was just because I'd signed up for Ghost Clash.
or if they just hate
Or
you.
the
Yeah, they
snub
might
of
just
the
hate me.
century.
Yeah, for sure. Never know.
So you had already signed up for Ghost Clash?
Yeah,
It
well,
could
I
be
am.
because of that,
Yeah.
because I think maybe there's not perfect,
Well,
there
and
may
this
be
is in
some.
January.
He was
isn't
quick
it?
to jump on it. He was,
Right.
yeah. I think because he pulled a lot of the athletes that had competed in Hybrid last year.
So when is that? You said
February.
Okay.
Yeah, and doesn't Hybrid do January?
Yeah. Last year it was in February, but I think it had something to do with COVID.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Morgan and I had our 5-year wedding anniversary, October
My
1st. My wife, and we want to try to start having a family soon. So that's going to take priority. We'll see what happens.
I was telling you that spending a few nights at my house with all the kids around, you might be singing a
Might just sign up for Ghost Clash and keep
Yeah,
it that way.
yeah, we good.
Yeah, that might set you
Yeah.
straight.
I don't know. Jack's pretty awesome, and he
Uh,
gave me the full tour, the MTV Cribs tour
Yep.
of the bedroom. We saw the
This is where all the magic happens.
rabbit pillow, the soft
Do you want to
rabbit
touch
pillow.
it?
The closet. We got the full tour.
Yeah.
yeah. You just need to stick around for like a week, and then you'll really get the
Yeah, and
experience.
you'd be like, oh, they all got sick in that 1 week. Does this happen every week? And it's like,
oh my
yeah,
God,
pretty much.
my life right now.
My life.
God.
My life.
Yep.
Yeah. It is crazy with kids, though, like how much less you can get to sleep sometimes.
God, don't tell me. Being a fireman's enough.
It's awesome in that.
No, it
you're
is,
making
it
the
is.
right. Definitely, you're making the right choice. if that's
I
what
know
you
it's
want.
I mean,
rewarding. I know there's
but
a lot of
the
gratifying.
lows suck, but the highs, are really high.
The highs are
How
10
old's
times
yours
higher than the
now? One?
lows. Yeah.
He's one,
Yeah.
and we're just in a little bout of sickness at the moment, which means my sleep this week is at an all-time low. Just say I'm not recovered from anything.
Which when we're recording the podcast at 11 o'clock, you're like, damn it.
like there's a 90% chance it's 11 o'clock that, assuming I'm in bed by midnight, I'll probably be up within a half hour.
Same way.
And if I'm really lucky, I'll go to sleep a half hour after that. If I'm really lucky.
My favorite coping mechanism about that though with my wife is making jokes about it, and like last night was terrible, And then, like, when we get out of bed in the morning, I'm like,
Okay. Do you see how just casually he threw that out there?
And
Last night was just terrible. Moves on to the next thing.
neither of us barely slept.
We're past
but
that.
Then in the morning, like when we were both up, I'd be like, try to act real serious. So she thinks I'm saying something real serious. And I'll be like, do you ever just feel like you get too rested at night? Like things don't go well because you're over rested. And like, then we have a laugh about it. It's like,
I truly feel that way with most of my preps.
like that you're
Like
getting
I
like,
honestly,
too much sleep.
well, no, I'm honestly like, if it's a good day, if I come out of the firehouse and I've slept all night, it's going to be a terrible day of training.
That's
Like
isn't that weird how that is kind of like
it's like
yeah,
if
like
I've
that
had
sometimes.
and Les will tell you the same thing as if I've had a terrible call or something that's like sticking with me mentally or something. He's like, "You're gonna kill it today. You're gonna have a great day. You slept 20 minutes. It's time to squat."
The old reverse psychology trick.
Yeah,
Like
he's a great coach for
don't
doing
buy
that.
our hats.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I bought a hat and that's how I became an athlete.
Yep.
So,
Ah,
but don't
slippery
buy
slope.
them.
don't you try that.
Don't dare. It's too late in the game for that.
I guess we're letting the Discord in on the full Monty tonight.
Yeah, I figured. Might as
We're
well.
not having a call.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We should read one more ad here.
Oh, I thought you'd never bring that up.
More.
Boy,
Should we do it to him Spud Inc. style?
I'm going to do it to him Sweating style. I don't know if anyone's placing bets on what product we're going to have
Sometimes
tonight,
people
but
like to guess what product it is. Didn't you recently just get a couple Spud Inc. products of your own?
I just ordered I have no lie, had a bow tie on my to-do list
Christmas
for
list.
years, and I just never do it. So I finally bought a bow tie, and I also bought the big Ray strap, so I can give some actual experience on that hopefully in the next week or so here. But this episode is brought to you by Spud Inc. and the 5R Barbell Shields. And I know what everyone's thinking. What the hell's the 5R Barbell Shield?
What the hell is a 5R
The
barbell
5R
shield?
Barbell Shields by Spud Inc. were developed in conjunction with another Jantz footed concept. I don't even know who this is. They are a very affordable and durable version designed to work with pretty much any rack out there on the market today. They were made to protect your barbell knurling when placing them in the rack and not having to switch out bars each time. But let Jantz give his testimony as a coach with his own facility and who trains all types of athletes. Here's what Jantz has to say about the 5-ring barbells.
You gotta say it in an accent though.
Nope, not having
Chance accent.
The 5R barbell shields with keeping your expensive barbells in great shape while still letting you use them for everything in your workout, not just outside the rack. I was watching my athletes switch their barbells out multiple times in a workout, and there has to be a better way. He says a lot of other things there, but basically what you should do is you should get the product today. It'll protect your barbell when it's going into the rack, and it's super awesome because it's Spud Inc. So you can check out the Spud Inc. and the 5R barbell shields at spud-inc-straps.com.
What do you think of those?
Those are
I
gorgeous.
just showed Johnathan an upcupcoming product
Wow.
that he hadn't
Can I
seen
see?
before.
Can
Yeah.
I see?
No,
Well,
no,
you-
it's
I
just
got
me and
to-
him.
Have I got to see it yet?
I think you're
Don't show
yeah.
Discord. Oh, okay. The camera's over there.
Yeah, those are pretty intense.
Can I just is Grant on Discord from Strength Co?
on
Go-to?
Discord, but at this very
I
second,
don't think he's live.
probably not.
He
you have
started
something-
following me 20 minutes ago.
You know, he's kind of a California guy. They
We
kinda
could
go
call
at their
him.
own- They kind of go at their own speed over
If you
there.
want to talk to him, we
well,
could just call
he
him.
just got the follow back. Grant, thank you for.
Do we want to call him quick or no? We'll call him next week.
Maybe next week
Okay.
Tell him I said hey and
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah.
for episode 290 check-in.
There were some questions I did.
Oh.
I did get.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Not a ton. I was kind of disappointed that there were. Some of them are super random,
Well, that's
Those are
kinda
the kind of
point
ones.
it.
Yeah, that's what we're all about.
and I gotta call my athlete out for this. He gave an overrated
Oh, we gotta
on
play overrated.
on Austin's breaking parallel shorts.
Mm,
I mean, they're obviously underrated.
I think they are.
It's a Massenomics product. Like,
Yeah. One of the fastest selling Massenomics products of all time.
Yeah,
yeah,
that doesn't happen by accident.
exactly.
That's a very
That's
calculated
true.
man right
Well,
there.
I don't know. What sold faster? Was it the flags, the beer grill flags, or the shorts?
They both just straight up velocity. I don't
When
know.
y'all
They're
come out with a
probably-
hot commodity product,
breaking
like that.
parallel shorts were pretty fat. Pretty hot
There
and
is a
heavy.
certain mystique that lower body items
Yeah.
have.
I've got 2 pairs of those, and I've been meaning to give one pair away.
Of the breaking parallel ones?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
Really?
You snatched a cup.
That's
oh,
actually
that's
I've only
actually
seen one in person one time. That was when I took photos of them, and I've never seen a pair in person ever since then.
No, I don't know if there's any. I don't have it. I don't have them either.
I don't think there's any in Western Northeast South Dakota.
Was it your Arnold shirt that you gave me? That was before I was an athlete. Like
you know, the Arnold.
Oh yeah, the actual like with the like
with the singlet or
yeah,
with like his little workout outfit on.
Yeah,
I can't fit
it. Yeah, I can't fit it in.
It's probably a large or something.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's that was like
you
a
aren't
one
fitting in
of
that thing.
That was like a one of
two or
three or
three,
two. Yeah, that was a very super limited edition item there.
Yeah, you've got some pretty limited. Do you have the Raglan baseball 3/4 sleeve?
Yeah, I wore it at Showdown.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's also a very.
I
did bring it
rare
up
item.
here.
That is all
with the 45 on the back.
I love
is
that
one.
one.
Of our first ever.
And then you've got
That was maybe shirt number 2 or 3 right there.
Yeah. Then you've got we were talking about the black crew neck.
Yeah,
hoodie
with
with
the embroidery.
yeah, not
the
hoodie,
embroidery.
crew neck,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
You
love
got
that.
some pretty limited
That's
stuff.
actually
Only-
the
Okay,
sweatshirt's
it's
right there.
Yeah.
Only not hat item that was embroidered.
True.
Yeah,
Right, only
I
the-
love embroidered. And I don't know if that's
I
just
know.
being a firefighter, like having like the patches
It
and
is.
stuff
It is
embroidered
nice.
on it.
It is.
I have an
nice.
embroidered Massenomics scarf.
Have I seen
Wow,
I don't think so. It's
how's
old from-
bragging camp
yeah,
going? That's
yeah.
incredible.
I don't think you've seen it before. It was a
Yeah.
rare. item
Why don't you
from
wear
one of
that
our
every
old,
week on the podcast?
It's a fashionable scarf too. I wear it sometimes in the winter. Yeah.
Okay, what were we saying though? We were. Oh, you're gonna go through your questions.
Yeah.
Go through your questions.
So we did the overrated, underrated on the shorts. All right, let's see.
More on overrated, underrated to come here soon.
Bauer Power 82 asked about hairstyles. But we covered the mullet, so we covered the mullet.
Yeah.
He's asking the right group of people.
Right.
Yeah. And so how long have you, because you, it was funny, so going back in time, like on the Massenomics site last night.
Yeah. Short hair and no face.
Your hair, so your hair was only shoulder length. I noticed
Yeah,
that.
my hair for a long time was it like didn't grow for a while, so it did sit kind of around shoulder. Yeah.
It did shit.
It sat kind of around shoulder length, and now when it's wet, I can grab it behind, like it almost touches my tailbone. Like it's so
Your
long.
butt.
Yeah, it's long.
It was the and I'm sure you posting these, you'll remember. It's like it was him modeling the embroidered beanie, the Massenomics logo.
Yeah.
And it was like, look how excited Tommy looks.
We have some little posters in the
Yeah.
gym with that on it.
Yeah. That's yeah. You'll notice some good old Massenomics paraphernalia around.
That that was another funny thing. Like looking up the stuff last night, y'all had there was a lift lift shirt post y'all had made, and it was a pre-order for the lift shirt. And you were like, you may never see it again. Like
Yep.
pre-order
It's
now.
like, just kidding. You'll see it forever.
Forever.
This will outlast time itself.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. That's what you want. All right,
That's just how we sell you. Like, yeah, you might never see it again, or we're just going to make it for the next 6 years straight.
Or you can't get away from it ever.
So, okay. Well, I think that covers hairstyles for the most part, right?
Yeah.
Joe Day 1987 asked about fashion and dad bods. Lol.
Oh, okay.
What more do you need?
Was that the question?
Dad bod is fashionable.
I
know.
I'm not a dad yet, but like
throw on your
you've got the
jorts,
bob.
your Nike
Yeah.
Air Monarchs, and you're ready to rock and roll. The top half doesn't even matter at that point.
yeah, I'm gonna have to bring out a different dad shoe than the New Balance Monarch.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I don't know. I've always been a Vans guy. I mean,
Yeah, but that's the problem is Vans are always so fashionable.
yeah. Do you have to like grow up and like actually? Is that just part of being a dad? Is you just have
No.
to like bite and
You have
See,
New Balance.
that I have
you have a pair of
I
them?
just bought 2 pairs of New Balances
Yeah.
actually. See, that's the thing.
They say the arch support is better.
it's like buying a new vacuum cleaner or something.
Nah. Shoes are like the one thing where guys can really just go crazy, and people are like if you're a guy and you like show up at a place in jorts, people might be like, "Whoa, what's this guy doing here?" You can show up in crazy shoes, and people are like, "Well, yeah, that's cool."
Exactly.
Like,
I feel like I've paved my way already.
yeah.
Like,
well, I know, but like shoes are like the more socially acceptable way of like going out there with style
Yeah.
that people will be like, nice,
Yeah.
and not like, oh, what's
Yeah.
going on? Like
it's repulsive.
Crazy man.
So, yeah, shoes are like the easy way if you want to do something
To be crazy, yeah.
and like, but be like,
It's like the
everyone's on
middle
board
class
with it.
fancy
It
wilding out.
kind of is a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah.
yeah. It sort of
Yeah.
is, yeah.
It's your own way to be goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Live, laugh, and love.
It's your only way to live, laugh, love.
All right. Well, and then David Clausen, powerlifter, said the slowly but surely growing cult of Massenomics and jorts in Iceland.
Oh yeah,
in Iceland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good Iceland supporter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And
He's got a number of
and him mentioning the jorts, he has tagged me in a lot of the jort stuff too.
Good guy.
Yeah, for it being a relatively small country, we do send stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably send more stuff there than some states in America.
That's probably true. Yes.
Not many, but
What
some.
are y'all's most sent to states now?
Mostly it's the most populated states at this point, but like
number 2 countries for sure, Canada.
Yeah.
Like Canada is.
We send a lot to Canada.
I feel pretty proud about Bama. I see Bama
Alabama
a lot.
has Alabama is
for sure in the top 10. Does
Yeah.
it make the top 5?
probably not, but it's
probably very
Alabama
close.
has.
That's okay.
I mean, they don't call it the Alabama contingency for no reason.
We're rolling again over there. I don't know what's going on.
The Canadians.
Yep. Canadians are waving in.
Yeah.
But yeah, California, Texas.
Yeah. Probably Ohio.
Are always kind of the big ones.
Ohio,
Florida's pretty big too.
Yeah.
But Alabama's honestly probably like number 6 or 7.
I see a lot of
on the
Alabama
list.
roll in.
Oh yeah. Represent.
Roll Tide, huh?
No. Can't do it. That's the thing. I saw Jack like throwing football the other day, and I was it's a big part of the state, and but I can't support the Roll Tide. Sorry. All right, let's see. If you could be any sex icon throughout history, who would it be?
Oh, the answer is clear.
That's from my athlete Alex Atwater.
Okay, the answer is clearly Austin Powers, right?
I heard you last week about the flying in on the Austin Powers jet.
With like the spinning shake
Jumbo
bed.
jet, baby.
No, I laughed at that because I was like, when I read that, I was like, I've got it pretty good. I feel like my own sex icon.
Austin Powers is a good answer. I'd say like Burt Reynolds. Driving the Trans Am.
Oh,
and,
the picture of Burt Reynolds. There is a bar.
I would take that
there is a bar in
mustache.
Sioux
Burt
Falls
Reynolds stash.
where they have huge. When you go to the men's bathroom, it's
one.
probably like 30 feet long. When he's
In his
laying
underwear.
down on
Yeah,
that bearskin rug, just basically naked,
Where
completely
at?
covered in hair, at this bar in Sioux Falls. Like that's their.
Oh, okay.
That's their like wall.
I don't know
mirror
why in my
going into
head
the
like I
bathroom.
envisioned Mount Rushmore. I was like,
It's pretty much on the way there.
yeah, same
Close enough.
thing, right? It's all the same here. All right. There's no way they were all kung fu fighting. It's just not possible. These are so goofy.
There's Burt. Smoking the Bandit.
So they said Lift Jorts a collab with Pit Viper, more flags.
More flags.
And please let this be a long podcast. I think we're doing a pretty good job of that.
I'm on board with all that, and I
Yep.
think we're holding up our end here. So.
Yep.
Lift Jorts, you're on board with Lift Jorts?
The hard part about that is sourcing jorts.
Yeah, that is the challenge.
Jorts are a little tougher to get.
So if I can link y'all with Born Primitive,
Maybe we could do a
collab,
collaboration.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be on board for a
well,
collab.
I've got
for
the.
sure.
I would say it's more of an ambassador deal with Born Primitive.
Yeah. Maybe there's collaboration. A collaboration is more likely with the jorts than us just producing
somehow
jorts.
These,
finding.
I mean, like the Born Primitive ones are stupid stretchy. They are incredible.
And that's what it has to be.
Yeah, it's got to be something you can absolutely work out with.
You ever
and be
try and put
functional.
like a pair of denim on lately that's not stretch, and you go, they're
I
allowed
can't
to
bend.
legally sell these things?
Yeah, well, so that was another thing. Alexis Faye called me out on I can't say her last name. Sisterman, maybe. Do y'all know who I'm talking about?
Maybe if we saw her. Maybe.
You would if you saw her. She was like, you know why you missed your squats, right? And I was like, why is that? She said, it's because you lift in jorts all the time. So I was exposed there. But these, like I said, these are super stretchy. You can't just like go and cut a pair of jorts and lift in them.
Yeah, no.
That's kind of tough to do.
Or unless they're just going to blow out and never.
They will. They will. They're not very forgiving.
Yeah.
These are stretchy. They're denim, but they got the give to them.
Do jorts have to have been jeans first? Or what about when it's just the shorts?
That is a good question.
I can't
know what I'm
imagine.
saying?
Yeah, but I can't imagine. Born Primitive goes through and cuts every pair of jeans they have.
But is it jorts if
to
it
make
was
these-
never jeans?
I don't know.
So then,
That's a great
if
question.
they're just so, then it'd be denim shorts, and you just call them like dorts.
That's that. But I guess it depends on the definition of jeans. Does jeans mean it has to be full length pants, or could jeans? They're just jean
The material,
jean short.
material,
But the material's denim.
denim material.
So like blue jeans.
Yeah,
everyone
so
would think of as
jeans
pants.
Yeah, if you say grab a pair of jeans,
You know it's pants.
yeah, it's pants.
And so that's like at least what people think about in their head. But so then jorts are jean shorts. So if it was, if they were just made as shorts, are they?
So it's got to be
jorts?
dorts, denim shorts.
Yeah, that's actually
We're gonna have to change
Tommy's
the game
friend
here.
runs the Instagram page Jortsmanship. Have you ever come across
Yes,
Jortsmanship?
absolutely. Yeah, they
He's
comment on
from
a lot
South
of the-
Dakota.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
He's from Northeast South Dakota, actually, and so we might have to get him to weigh in on that. Of if they were never full length jeans, are they jorts? What do you think? I mean, your opinion matters.
No, I mean, I think
It's an interesting question.
It's, I'm all about jorts, but the dorts game. Maybe it's gonna be lift dorts because it's just denim shorts.
Well,
What do you think about the ones with not a frayed end though? Like it was
like
a
it's
statement.
actually like a hemmed
yeah,
edge?
yeah.
Or can we call them lorts?
It's kind of like coming back though, like beg
hemmed?
your stuff, beg your pants, beg
Like
your jeans.
when
It's
I
all
was
coming
little,
back.
like
Oh, yeah,
we
they
were all
went
rocking
past the knee,
yeah.
and they were
Yeah.
It was actually
We
sewn
had those
that
all the
way.
time.
I know. That was
Okay,
just-
so what if all right, so at least these, which I cut them shorter when I get them, but so they look like they're cut when they come out.
Uh-huh.
So what if they just signify that they at least look like they used to be jeans?
See, I heard you guys saying jortsmanship.
Yeah.
He's kind of a jorts purist, and he says like buying pre-cut jorts is against the rules. But that's too much of a. That's kind
He
of like
follows me and comments and likes on my stuff.
That's
so
kind
he's
of
going
like
against
the
his own.
hipster approach to
Right,
jean shorts. You can't have it that good. So,
But that's like cargo jean shorts. Like I can't get behind that.
well, have you tried them?
There's like different
Have you
parties for
tried
this.
them,
And see
though?
that maybe that's a dad thing. Maybe
Yeah.
like the cargo.
Oh, I used to love cargo khaki shorts. I wish that
was
I wish
kind of
that
a hot
didn't go
style
away
for-
because those
I
were
think-
those were the cat's ass.
cat's ass.
Yeah. I wish those would come back, but my wife made me like get rid of.
I
all
wouldn't
of
be
mine.
surprised if those come back in the next few years.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't
No,
say
they
that.
will. Baggy stuff is coming back right now. It is.
Janko jeans back
Yeah,
in
it's
style.
all coming back.
I can finally dust off the jabots. And
Yep.
the
I look
Jankos
almost naked in the.
You do. Like it looks like you just have a.
and have a fanny
Exactly.
pack.
See,
Oh,
that's
I
the
showed
fanny
up.
pack.
I showed up with my favorite blue T-shirt and a fanny pack.
just to cover the penis.
I should have.
just to
I
cover
packed.
the twig
I
and
packed my
berries.
denim speedo just in case. Probably be too cold this
Yeah,
weekend,
yeah.
but we'll see.
What
It's
else?
still
you got
only
there?
Wednesday. Okay, this is a good one to end on. We'll end on this
Okay.
one. J Roy 446 has said, "Make them actually talk about training
Oh
No.
as a joke. One exercise each, sets and reps.
Well, what about?
Well, what
it?
about it? Yeah, like
Make it what you want." So
you like to exercise? Name all the exercises, then, Tanner.
it did crack me up.
but that is what we say. Yeah, we don't really talk about the sets and reps. So he's saying, yeah, talk about the one exercise. Talk about the sets and reps.
I would say, okay, this isn't even. I will say this. I don't think I talked about it last week on the podcast, but I think I told you, Tanner. I, for the first time, used the Kabuki Transformer bar.
Yeah,
For the first time,
Yep.
that's been in the gym, 6 months, a year?
6 months probably at least. Yeah,
I use that thing, and I loved it. Like, I
I-
put it in the front
I'm a
squat
big
setting. Have you ever
fan.
used one, Jonathan?
Yes.
I put it in the front squat setting because I'm like, well, it's a safety squat bar. We have multiple safety squat bars. We have the
Yeah.
Elite FTS one. It's the best one. What else do I need to try? But I put it in the front squat setting, and it felt awesome. Like, it was such a good feeling, like straight up
Yeah.
just leg pump. It felt
people use
awesome.
the shit out of the.
Yeah,
and it's a good one to have,
and-
though, especially I wish my athletes could all have one of those in the
Right,
gym
yeah.
because there's so many variables to
Yeah,
it that you can
yeah.
train and make it
Yeah.
a different workout.
And I have for sure taken it out of the rack many, many times, but I'd never used it until a week
Yeah.
ago. And now Like I'm using it every
Honestly,
week.
like everyone at the gym that I've talked to that's used it likes it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It is. And when we had Duffin on, at the time we didn't have one yet, but we asked him what of all the things he's made is like his proudest
Masterpiece,
his
yeah.
masterpiece, and he said that one, and I agree now. At the time I kind of thought no, but now I'm like, yep, it's that one. Like it's not gimmicky in any way.
No, it's not. That is the thing. It's not
yeah.
gimmicky. And like the power bar is amazing. It is.
Yeah.
But not to diminish that in any way, but there's also a lot of really amazing power bars out there.
Right.
So like there is the thing of it's just a tougher spot to be in where the transformer bar really is in a field of its own.
Yep. And we've got the, his open-ended trap bar and the Duffalo bar and stuff. It's just, I don't know.
And those products are all great.
Yeah,
but the transformer bar is just that much better.
I agree with that.
That is the thing.
I will say that you all have talked about equipment the whole time and not sets and reps.
So
See, that's the thing. We can't talk about equipment, sets and reps. I did this week. I had to do last week. I had to do an RPE 10 on deadlift and an RPE 10 on squats this week, and it wasn't very fun.
yeah.
But at the same time, it was kind of.
How
fun.
did it go? Did you hit PRs?
No, I'm not. I'm down like since my meet. I was talking to Tommy about that. I'm now down like almost 25 pounds.
Yeah.
The lightest I've been in quite a while, really, since like.
You haven't done like a
my
peek
knee
into
surgery.
this RPE 10? Did you?
No, it's actually like just the start of a strength. Like I'm on like the. I really hadn't been squatting or deadlifting since my meet, so it's been, I don't know, August, September, 4 or 5 months where I haven't really been.
Yeah,
like
so it's like a starting point.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
just
like
at
a
the beginning of the
starting.
prep.
Yep,
okay.
exactly. It's more of like a starting point in my strength block, and
Good.
But
Yeah,
they went,
you
but
need
they
that.
definitely not a PR, but like really solid numbers where I'm like, oh, for my body weight and stuff, I was
Yeah, for you to
stoked
not be
about.
prepped and everything,
Right,
and I mean,
right.
you're only 25 pounds off. That's
Right.
not bad at all.
Yep. No, I was happy about it. So there's some sets and reps.
Yeah.
And what I would say after a set like that, and then if you have back down sets with a lighter weight, it is shocking how hard the back down sets can feel at a lighter.
Stupid.
Yeah, where it's
Stupid.
like, is this lighter or
Well, they talk
more?
about like people doing progressive overloads and stuff of like, hit your heavy set and then
Yeah.
you back down and it feels lighter. Like, could you, just go up 20 pounds
Right.
over what you're supposed to hit for your max and hold it? Never works.
No,
Never
that, like when I
works.
back down the weights, I'm like, damn, this is hard now.
'Cause
Because
at that
I
point, like,
use all my mojo
once you
on that
cross
one.
that
Right.
line, like it's
Yeah.
just gone for the day. Like there's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
coming back from that. So
Yeah, I
that
agree.
that is the
I
challenge.
agree.
there
Just
for
smoke
sure.
your warm ups and get to that heavy weight and your max weight. Don't go over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's our set. That's some
Yeah.
sets. and reps.
Yeah. Sets and reps for me.
You have been saying you've been liking you don't have the big race strap yet, but you were liking the doing that thing, whatever.
Yeah,
call
I've
that.
been doing a little hanging upside down, which
Yeah.
actually felt pretty good.
I feel like I need that with the SI.
Yeah,
stuff I got
dude,
going
it's I've been watching some of the Donnie Thompson low back protocol stuff. It's been nice, but as far as sets and reps go, nothing exciting. Nothing exciting to report on my end right now.
We can at least say we gave it a shot.
Yeah.
He got that out of you.
Jonathan, we've got this little game we like to play on the podcast. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's called Overrated, Underrated.
I've never heard of it.
Okay, good. I'll tell you a little bit about it. So we've got a special Johnathan Oldham set of topics, and it's your job. We'll fire them off at you, and it's just your job to decide whether they're overrated or underrated. You can elaborate as much as you want to on the answer, but the thing you have to remember is you cannot ride the line. You have to end with either an overrated or a clear underrated.
I can have my druthers though.
Yeah, you
correct?
do get your druthers. The druthers are yours. Nobody can take those away from you. But if you're ready, I'm good. If you're ready to
these?
play,
Yeah.
No, I'm good. This was I hope it's not too warm. This was a former. I brought
Ooh,
this down
who's
for you.
Jews?
A former Massenomics is the last one, I believe.
This is from
Massenomics. What's in the can?
from Judd Who's a band out of.
I guess I'm assuming you like an IPA-ish type beverage, though.
It's pretty good. You'll like that one.
Otherwise,
If it's
I
a
have
beer, I can
otherwise
You'll
I have
like-
some,
you'll-
try anything once.
otherwise I have some crispy light boys over here too.
I think you'll like this one.
What'd you think of the
sour?
Yeah, the sour.
I'm not a huge sour guy, but they are. It is a good sour.
That's
It's-
one of my
It's not
favorites.
overdone. It's not
I
overdone.
can't do it all the time.
Yeah,
but, like,
I've
it's,
had like one is for these is the
I've
magic
got one in
number.
here. I want you to try it at some point.
That's from Chris of Judd Who's. So after you
Yes.
try it out, you
Big
can
Chris.
let him know. Let Big Chris know what you think. But if you're ready to play, we'll start firing away on overrated.
Yeah,
underrated.
let's do it. I just needed a
Yeah.
brewski.
Okay, we talked a little bit on some of this stuff. Overrated or underrated? Nick Saban.
Oh, Don't let your personal bias get in the
No,
way
so
here.
I will give Nick Saban all the due credit. That guy apparently sold his soul to the devil a long time ago. He's a phenomenal
I thought the
coach.
devil went to Georgia, not Alabama.
Well, I beg to differ. He's a phenomenal coach, and I mean, he's great with his athletes. Like, he is a good mentor. It's really more the fans that I live around that drive me nuts with the team. I'll give him everything he's worth. But saying that, I also think about all the people who just go to church on Sunday and still worship Nick Saban that I live around.
Do people actually like greet each other with like Roll Tide?
Absolutely.
Really? Like,
Absolutely.
Be like Roll Tide.
Yeah. No,
Then like will the neighbor
watched-
walk by a neighbor mowing
when
the
they
lawn and be
lost
like,
to,
"Roll
when
Tide"?
they lost to A&M this weekend,
Yeah.
I watched it with my friends at the bar till halftime.
Were you
And
smiling the whole time?
everybody roll tides each other over everything.
Like
And it's
someone brings you
awkward.
beer,
And it's
you're like,
awkward
"Roll
when
Tide?"
somebody roll tides you and you don't roll. You know, like I'm a
Do
big.
you just say
I'm
it
an LSU
sometimes
fan,
just
so
to like?
I say it like in a more BSing type manner.
Yeah.
Something stupid rednecks don't. But I'm gonna say he's overrated.
Okay.
I'm gonna absolutely have to. Just like as a man, like he's amazing, but like he's put on such a podium for just being a human. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It is nuts, and it's more the fans' fault than his. But overrated.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? Limousines.
Wow, absolutely underrated.
What if last time you'd been in a limo?
Man, I will tell you, it's probably been a solid hour and a half, 2 hours.
And prior to that, can you remember?
I don't think I've ever been in a limo before.
Really?
Really? Yeah, I never did it for prom.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
Like, when I think about it, I've probably only been in a limo like one or two other times, just because, and it wasn't like something I orchestrated. It was like, hey, there was something going on and there was a limo and you hopped in it quick and
Yeah.
you were in it for a couple minutes. But
I feel like I have been like 10 times.
Really?
If not more. Yeah, just a lot
That's
of
what you get
we
for
were-
selling lift shorts.
yeah, we
Yeah,
were
that's
saying the
true.
thing around here is more party buses.
Right,
Like,
right.
For
certainly.
around here, there's usually like a bus that's like decked out and you party on. Like, that's more of the thing.
And I don't think I've ever really done that either.
Oh, that is the thing. Like, that's,
Yeah.
you get the party bus.
I've
you get,
certainly
like,
done that.
Yeah,
a
you
lot
get
of
like 20
times.
friends.
Yeah.
You get on a party bus. First, you pregame for like.
Do you just party on the bus all night, or
this is
does
what
it
do.
drops
This-
you
this
off
is
at
the
places?
beauty. This is the beauty of it. It can be whatever you want, but you do
Yeah.
this. You pregame for like an hour or two first, kind of get everyone in the mood, and then the bus shows up, and you get on it, and you're like, hey, we're going somewhere new, and the tunes start bumping, and usually what it does is it has like anywhere between 3 and 6 stops, and around our part of the country. We live in town. We don't need to go to the
Yeah.
bars in town. So you go to all the small
Okay,
town
that's
bars.
what I was going to say. That's what you do.
You go to all the small town
Yeah.
bars in the area. And so you go into the small town bar with like 20 some people. You are the bar now.
Yeah, okay.
And because you're all jacked, you go in there
And
like,
everybody
you
locally
take it
hates
all
you.
over. Yeah. You're like,
And
God,
like-
these
you're like, oh,
drunk
we're-
idiots.
Damn it! It's
yeah,
the damn.
we're having the time. And so like you go in, you like
Party bus
buy
again.
a shot and like take a drink really cool. You buy another drink, even though you have a party bus full of drinks because you bring coolers on the party bus with
Okay.
you. And so, but you go in to buy more alcohol, have
and the
your
towns
drink.
are 10 to 20 minutes in between each other. So then you get
It's
on.
perfect timing.
You like take a shot quick at the bar, then you run back on the bus and like
Drink
slam a
some
couple
more
beers
just to get to the
You
next
have-
town.
You have a designated driver and everything. You
Well,
just-
the party,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
all, the
it's-
party, it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
taken care of.
That's
and
amazing.
then when the night's all done, I shouldn't say done. When the night's ready to move on to the next stage, it's midnight. You go to the hottest party bar in town, and you're dropped off for the night. And then you can decide if
Zoo
you want to
bar.
go home. Yep, you can
Yeah.
decide if you want to go home or what you want to make of it. And that's the party bus.
I love this idea. Can we do this tomorrow night?
So you
not?
said limousines were
Absolutely underrated.
okay. Overrated or underrated? NASCAR.
Oh,
I wasn't raised like my parents. This was never a big thing until we just like became of drinking age, and it was just like one of those things to watch and drink. And so I really personally don't care about NASCAR. It's never been a thing. But locally, like I said, I mean, that and Alabama
It's a
football
thing.
are like part of the religion down there. So, I'm gonna say for what it is, it's overrated.
Okay.
Just because like I can't spend like a full day watching the 267
It's a lot of racing.
laps.
It's a lot of racing.
Yeah,
It's a
that's-
full day.
Turning left, right?
Right? Turning left. Yeah, that's a little much. I'm gonna say overrated.
All right. And this is the last one. And it's probably the most important. Overrated or underrated? Taco John's.
Ooh. I don't have a baseline on that. It's not fair to me.
Since 1969.
Yeah.
Nice.
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 That might be the deciding factor.
Do you think
right
that's
there.
actually real, or do you think they just put that
They're
on there
just
for
like,
marketing?
yeah,
Well,
let's-
it doesn't matter
Yeah.
whether it
We
was
should
or
make a
wasn't.
Massenomics shirt. You know, a lot of time we say since 2014.
Yeah, since
and we say since
1969.
1969. Nobody's stopping us.
Yeah,
we
who
decide
cares?
whatever we want.
Put whatever
Prove
you
it.
do.
The
Yeah.
next time we do one with a date,
It
let's
can
do
be
that.
1869
Yeah.
for all.
Yeah.
And it'd be like,
Tell them to
nice.
prove it, or don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say or don't buy it. Absolutely buy it. I've just noticed I've been like the whole time. I don't even know if I've been in this.
Well, that's what I kept saying. You kept kind of hanging out there.
Yeah, I've been all
Yeah,
over the place.
We're all here.
That's a good one though.
You don't have a great
For what?
sample
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say it's underrated.
All right.
I gave it what three JD.
Yep.
pounds?
Yep. Yep.
Real middle of the
That's
road.
like good.
The real middle of the road underrated ranking.
Yes.
But if I had to compare it to like eating Taco Bell, that was much more filler.
Did we tell you about their 6-pack and a pound item?
Oh, yeah. 6-pack and a
What?
pound, one of the most popular menu items. You get 6 tacos and a pound of potato
Okay,
Lays.
well, 6-pack threw me off. I was thinking beer.
I
No,
know,
a
it's a
6-pack
clever
of
6-pack and a pound of
tacos.
taco meat.
You
I
get
was like,
any
let's go.
combination of soft shell and hard shell on your 6-pack, and then 1 pound of potato Lays.
Wow.
And it's
Yeah.
like, it used to be, there was,
All right, well, underrated.
there was
Yeah.
one day of the week where the 6-pack and a pound was like $6. Like, it
Yeah.
was so cheap. I'm sure that
You
price
couldn't
is like
afford
double
not
now.
to buy it.
Oh, yeah, it used to be insanely cheap, but yeah,
You would
I'm
actually
Like
lose
costing,
money if you didn't buy
costing them money
Yeah.
to give it to you. Yeah, I'm gonna go underrated on that.
it. Good
It
choice.
seemed like a pretty solid.
They sure asked a lot of
supply.
questions tonight, though, didn't they?
My gosh,
It was just
we
like
had to take a survey to get
okay.
the order.
What soda do you want? What size
What
do you
size?
want? What do you want? Cheese or
Yeah.
guac or sour cream with your Olays?
Yep.
Yep.
And then there was something about the burrito, some
Oh.
sauce on it or something. You
And
know?
they had to re-ask what size
Yeah.
we wanted.
It's like the old Qdoba thing when you get in the line for Qdoba, and this is a pet peeve of mine. You
Oh.
know, they put the little thing in the steamer. They're like,
what would you like?
what? And then they're like, okay, and what kind of, and this is as they're just putting the thing in their steamer, and what kind of rice and what meat, what protein, and what kind of beans, and you tell them all of them. They take it out of the steamer, go to the first thing. They're like, okay, what rice did you say you wanted? Which beans did you
just
say you
asked me
wanted?
all of these
Which,
in
like,
advance.
don't ask me till you get there if you're not even going to like even attempt to remember what they are. Have you noticed that before too?
For me, it's they'll be sitting there and you'll say, okay, what type of burrito do you want? You say chicken. So okay, which they could leave it there. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. But no, they want to jump ahead and they go, well, what do you want for beans and rice?
Yeah, yeah.
And you go, oh, black beans, white rice. Okay. And then they get the chicken, and then the next. So yeah, what beans, what rice? It's like, we just covered this.
Is Qdoba worth experiencing?
I think
Yeah.
it's good. Their thing
It's-
versus Chipotle, and I think we don't have Chipotles around here really, but Qdoba's kind of claim to fame was their queso sauce,
And
Like,
it is really good.
Okay.
It
Well,
is. It kind of makes their burrito.
It does.
Chipotle is good.
Yeah.
I had an experience one time where like they really pushed me away. We have Moe's down south too, southwest.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah,
had
I
that
know.
before,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I've heard it's good.
some of my friends say it's trash compared to Chipotle. I prefer Moe's over it, but
I would
I
like
like-
to have all of those
You
choices
might have to
because
try
those are all
Qdoba.
of my
yeah,
alley.
I haven't had Qdoba
Yeah.
before.
And then
I-
you're
if
going
that's-
you're going to Fargo. What's it? Is it Pancheros? Do you guys have Pancheros?
No, I've never heard of that.
That's the one. It's the only place I've ever been where
They
you know,
mix up the burrito.
They mix
so-
up the burrito before they put it into the shell.
That's
Like,
good.
Take all the
That's good.
toppings
Yeah.
and mix it all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good because you can bite
Yeah, just
solely
one-
guacamole
I know, yeah,
out
I
of
know.
a burrito sometimes.
I love guac,
Guac
but I don't
patch.
like a solid bite of it.
Yeah.
It's that damn guac patch that'll get you every time.
That
It's
damn
just
guac
tortilla and guacamole. No thanks. Like a full mouthful of
So,
guacamole.
nah, I'm good with the plain ones.
I think I did just get one last question
Oh,
from
okay.
Caleb Matthews. Is this one of y'all's local guys?
Yep. He's not local, but everyone, literally, I think every name you've said is someone that I recognize as a.
Well, he's in the Discord.
Well, it's got to be, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a Discord.
Well,
guy.
y'all
Yeah, yeah.
shared it on
Big
y'all's
Caleb.
story too, and I think a lot of the guys, that were going to listen tonight, were asking through here. Next equipment item the boys are getting for the Massenomics gym.
We didn't even talk about it. We
did.
just got
We'll
a
save
big.
that- yeah, we'll probably save it
say
for
that
more next week. But
Yeah,
Ooh,
we
all
did
right.
just
We
get
got
a
a new
new
rogue-
Continued.
big piece.
a new
And we
rogue
got-
half rack.
Yep. And we can talk about that more.
So we
next
have a
time,
full rack. Now we
yeah,
got
we'll
a
give our
rogue
full
half
review.
rack.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love a full rack?
And the half rack is pretty beefy. Surprisingly beefy.
Beefy half
Yeah.
rack.
It's a beef. She's a beefy gal.
Who doesn't love a beefy half rack?
Yeah.
But there's other things in the plans too.
More in the works. Got a lot of stuff. We'll answer that more later,
Yeah.
but we got a lot of
Especially some new sick threads coming out.
We do have really sick. We've got
The threads.
This drop that just came out, and then even future stuff that you.
I've seen some of the winter apparel coming out.
Yeah.
and
What do you think of the winter apparel?
It's sick.
Yeah.
Really
Sick threads for sure.
sick threads.
Yeah.
Frickin' sick, yo.
Sick. We didn't forget any ads this time, did we?
Oh, I read 2. How many did you read? 2.
Jonathan read one.
Got one
And
under my wing.
we were recording this then, correct? Or
The audio
button
is on.
Still on. God, wouldn't that have sucked if we got this far?
I'd
into
be like,
this?
yeah, we're sorry, Jonathan. We're like
Missed
not
out on
big.
it,
You came all
buddy.
this
Yeah.
way, and you're just bad luck.
So
We could dub it.
Just a one-man show, dubbing the whole thing himself.
So what if someone is interested in getting you as their coach? What would they do?
Hit me up on Instagram. That's send the DMs, the DM request.
Slide into the DMs.
Slide into the DMs.
And you're-
Bacon and beer bells. No gimmicks there. It's just bacon and beer bells.
Nothing cute.
Beer bells, not barbells, beer bells.
Yeah. All right. That's cool. If you want to become a supporting member of the podcast, you can do that. You
Do
get
it.
in on the Discord community. Big Jonathan's a member of the Discord community.
You can watch this live stream
Yeah.
as
Twice.
it's happening live.
Yeah.
Twice.
Just do it twice.
They even got to see the outtakes of our first attempt.
Blooper reel.
Yeah.
You guys look lovely. You smell nice. Thank you all for entertaining us.
Make sure to buy everything from our new drop. Like us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I guess. All that stuff.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
And Tommy, where do they find you?
At Tomahawk_D.
You can follow me at Tanner_Bear. Just make sure to follow Massenomics at Massenomics.
See ya.
Love you guys.